Hello, everybody. Welcome on back to Random Rosters here on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex, and starting on Wednesday, youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2. That's right. Much like ESPN2, I just threw a number at the end of the second channel, and that is where this series will live. Starting on Wednesday, this is going to go up in its typical classic format. It is just kind of a thing to make sure that eyes get on it so that you know to move over to the other channel, where you'll be able to watch games Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. 1 game Thursday, 2 games Sunday, 1 game on Monday. We'll also be debuting an NBA series as well soon. So be sure to go over there. That is going to be a channel specifically focused on either retro or current simulation gameplay, where I'm just doing commentary. In fact, I'm not even really going to be using a camera on that. So if you would like more of this style of content, if you'd like that MLB 11, the show stuff that we were doing, that's over there. That style of content is over on Seannosaurus Rex 2. This will be gameplay focused, me on the sticks. But for today, we're going to jump into NFL Fever 2004. This is the official, actual, serious random roster series, season number 7. And we're going to start it with the defending Super Bowl champions, which are, that's right, the Cleveland Browns. They got crowned champions about a year ago, right when my original Xbox started failing. Thankfully, this works on the 360, which is what I am running this on now. And we will start with that team. Interesting note, as I was going through, I wanted to get kind of an idea of who's won the championship. We have 6 different champions: Oakland Raiders, San Diego Chargers, Dallas Cowboys, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Tennessee Titans, Cleveland Browns. 4 AFC teams, 2 NFC teams. The Oakland Raiders have made the Super Bowl in both uses of NFL Fever previously, which would be seasons 1 and 3, NFL Fever 2002 and NFL Fever 2003. The Oakland Raiders made it all the way there. The St. Louis Rams have made it twice, and they have lost the last 2 Super Bowls in a row, which would have been, Madden 04, NFL 2K3, ESPN NFL Primetime, I believe that was 2003. Oh, maybe it was ESPN NFL Primetime 2002. I should have written down the games. I knew I should have done that, and I didn't do it, so whoopsie daisy. So we will go ahead and start with the Cleveland Browns. That's who our first will be. They, interestingly enough, they play the cover athlete Colts. So I think that was how I was doing it, was that the cover athlete would get the first game, and then the Super Bowl champion will get the second. This is actually both combined. So we will start there, and we will figure it out from there. And what we'll get to do actually is we'll jump in. And I don't think it'll simulate anything else because I just have everything listed as play. Everything has a user profile attached to it because that's the only way you can get to watch all of the games. But thankfully that's super easy. So, let's jump into it. Without further ado, here we go. We're gonna start season number 7. Make your Super Bowl picks in the comment section below. I'm attempting to play a game without taking control of a team. Absolutely. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the kickoff game, the debut game of Season 7 of Random Rosters. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cleveland Browns from Cleveland Browns Stadium. And this is our intro game. I turned the commentary all the way down. We just have stadium sounds, and we have the regular stadium sounds and the players' sounds. Samari Rolle is the featured player, the right cornerback for Indianapolis. And Ricky Williams, the feature back for the Cleveland Browns. Like I said, this is season 7 of this, now on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2. So be sure to subscribe, ring the bell, like the video, all that good stuff. You'll get videos after today, week 2, starting with week 2, Thursday, Sunday, and Monday.
Captain, what's your choice?
As we get ready for the coin flip. Welcome to kickoff, everybody.
He calls head.
Please choose an option. If you're new,
Heads it is.
welcome in. If you've been around, welcome back.
The visiting team
Just
won the toss
commentating,
and
not
elects to
playing any of the
receive.
games. The rosters underwent a fantasy draft, and we took a look at the first 10 rounds or so, 5-minute quarters. And we will be underway here momentarily with NFL Fever 2004. Running this on an Xbox 360 backwards compatible. And it seems to be running a little hitchy. I'm not 100% sure why. This is a nice run back. It's up the left side. He's going to get to the 40. Fends off a man, but tackled from behind. Jimmy Smith with a great return. 45 yards out near midfield. So a great start for the Indianapolis Colts. I don't know that we've seen in all our games a kickoff return 2 for a touchdown. Maybe a punt return. Something is telling me that back in like NFL primetime 2002, we had one. So terrific starting field position for the Indianapolis Colts. This will be our camera angle, sideline cam. As the quarterback drops back, finds X to the far side. Defender right on him. He'll gain 4. Maybe they'll give him 5 with forward progress. They will give him 5. It'll make it 2nd down and 5. And just like that, they're in Cleveland territory. Takes the snap and fires. Back over the middle. Finds some room. Slides through a couple of defenders and gets knocked down at the 29-yard line. 2 quick pass plays that are very effective. NFL Fever has one of the more recognizable quarterback drops. They really like holding that ball near their head. Chad Pennington is the quarterback. Jimmy Smith, we've already seen return a kick. 45 yards. I was trying to figure out who number 10 would be. Game actually looks surprisingly nice with the 360. Definitely has that mid-2000s gen graphical style, but it's kind of nostalgic and nice to look at. The run to the near side is good for 6, and it's 2nd and 4. 4 plays, excuse me. Everything's been a positive play for the Indianapolis Colts. There's another pass and another catch for a 1st down. Should be 1st down. It will indeed be a 1st down. At the 19-yard line. Cleveland won the last random roster season. Spoiler alert, they are Super Bowl champions. Indianapolis technically would have gotten one of the early games anyway because of the cover athlete. This one's just a nice piece of synchronicity. There's a run coming near side. Nice block. Tries to spin, but he can't hold the block long enough. Gets kind of blown up after a gain of just 3. Like 3 yards, still a good gain on a 1st down. Creates a 2nd and 7 as the drive ticks towards 2 minutes gone.
Don't give him anything, D.
Pennington from the shotgun winds and fires, overthrows. That was a touchdown. That was a touchdown if he caught it. I think he just got a little excited, sailed it just a bit. It's the first play of no gain for the Colts in this drive. 3rd down and 7. Pennington drops back, and it's going to be floated. Intercepted! Oh, Cleveland with the huge interception. Mike Green looked like he let that ball go as he was getting hit. Here's the replay. It was just into way too much traffic. I was anticipating a little bit more of a wobbler out there. Hines Ward playing for the Browns. Saw a Bengals quarterback, Carson Palmer, also for the Browns. That's a tough lineup to read, but some of them stick around a little bit longer. I think one of the ESPN games I was testing, 2K4 and 2K5, are even worse to read because they disappear once the game starts. Toss near side, spins away from the defender. Dragged down after just a yard gain.
There was no gain.
Ooh, they're not even going to give him anything. I thought he had a yard, but I guess that was me just being generous. Deep in their own territory. from the 6. Under center. Palmer drops back, fires near side, caught. Out towards the 11. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. Short gain. I have no idea if what they're showing on the screen is what they're actually going to call. I would guess no, but who knows. From the shotgun, takes it, holds on to it, finds a receiver out towards the 30. It's caught, and it's a 1st down for the Cleveland Browns.
Just like we practiced it.
Yeah, all the quarterbacks really hold it. It feels like it's very Peyton Manning. Like all the quarterbacks have that animation. I don't even think we got a good look at the Browns starting defense. If you'd like to watch these live, you can check that out on YouTube or at twitch.tv/Seannosaurus Rex starting Sunday, May 3rd, 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then they'll go up later on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex 2. From under center, steps back and floats one over the middle. That should have been picked. I can't believe he didn't come down with that interception. This is a horrendous throw. There are 15 Colts somehow in the frame there. He had a clean pocket too. I don't really know what was going on with that one. 2nd down and 10. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go here in the 1st quarter. Cleveland still with a ways to go. Again from the shotgun, fires over the middle, finds a receiver. It should be Ricky Williams on the reception as we get the replay. Not sure if that was intended for him or number 89. I guess it's a positive play, so it's hard to be too bummed about it. Palmer doing a nice job with this Browns offense, leading them out from deep in their own territory toward midfield at the 42. Offset I formation. We're going to go with a run play right up the middle. Williams spins. And that gives him about double the yardage. He had about 2 to 3 yards, and then the spin helped him pick up another 3. 2nd down and 4. 30 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Under center again. Looking for some motion. And then we'll go with a toss to that side. A couple of linemen pull. This one is a big run. Okay. And then we just kind of lost where the play went there. All right. It's a nice ground attack here. We're going to miss a touchdown, I'm guessing, with that. That's the beauty of these old sports games. So let's see. They ran. Yeah, I don't think it's correct because those were plays called from the from like an I formation. Palmer stands and fires. The pressure was going to get there. Missed the receiver. His 57 came pretty clean there. Threw it behind him. And that should take us to the end of the 1st quarter, I believe. Score is 0-0. The Cleveland Browns are driving. It's 17 seconds left in the 1st quarter, Sean. I don't know what you're talking about. Fakes the handoff, stands, fires into a couple of defenders. Trying to thread the needle there, but the Colts defense does a good job to get a hand in there and deflect the pass. Not sure what Palmer thought he saw. Maybe if he doesn't make that kind of large turn. Off of the fake, but not a great throw. Split back formation, 1 receiver, top side of the screen. It's going to be a pass play. Palmer with all kinds of time, fires, it's intercepted. He breaks the tackle and he's off to the races, pushed out of bounds. Actually, he gets walloped. I thought he was going to get pushed out of bounds about the 18, but instead gets absolutely crushed. And that is the second interception that we have seen today. Both teams have driven deep into opponent's territory before turning it over on an ill-advised throw. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Colts. And this first quarter is still happening, by the way. 2 seconds remain. Shout out to the camera operator across the field. Pennington from the shotgun. 2 receivers split to the top side of the screen. Pennington throws near side. Caught and hit immediately at the 31-yard line for the first down. Will end quarter number 1. That was timed up very, very well. And that will finally do it here for this first quarter. There was only 2 seconds left. There can't possibly be time left. There we go. Colts and Browns all knotted up at 0. It's the end of the first quarter here on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex or youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2. However you're watching, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and ring the bell. You'll be notified for all that. Okay, I was wondering if I was going to get any time to read that at all. No, not a chance. Pennington under center in the I formation. Going to be a toss near side. He's going to get... Oh my goodness, he was contacted in the backfield and he's going to be tackled around the 40-yard line. They should have had him for no gain, maybe a loss, but an excellent job there to slip out of the tackle. And he's knocked down after a large game. Nice play by Smith. Just like that, the Colts into Browns territory at the 40-yard line. First down and 10. Pennington drops back, fires over the middle, and finds his receiver for a gain of 6. It'll be second down and 4. From the 34-yard line. And they'll pitch to the far side. This is helpful for us because we actually get to see the play develop, tackled after a gain of 6 and a fresh set of downs inside the 30 at the 28-yard line. Pennington back under center. Motion. And they're going to go with the play action pass. That is a heinous throw, and it's intercepted again. Teddy Bruschi with the pick. 2 tackles, 1 interception. A diving attempt as Pennington threw that in just the most bizarre way. The 3rd combined interception we have seen. Every game might be a 0-0 tie at this rate. He threw that in one of the worst ways I have seen. And Bruschi with a great defensive play to give Cleveland the ball back at their own 20. 3.5 to go. They're going to go with a handoff. Tackle in the backfield for a loss of 1. Have no idea what that horn sound is. Oh, they're doing the crowd thing. I was like, what is that? Sounds like a beeper. Dennis Duffy, the beeper king. That's deflected at the line, incomplete. 3rd down and 11. Might we see our first 3 and out of the season? Or of the game, I should say. Both offenses have looked pretty good, but just one critical mistake. Indianapolis actually had missed an opportunity for an easy interception earlier in the last drive, but they ended up coming up with the turnover anyway. That is a bad throw by Carson Palmer into double coverage, and both defenders had positioning on the receiver. And that will be a very quick 3 and out, so the Bruschi interception doesn't do anything Negative to the Colts or positive for the Browns. 4th and 11 coming up.
Let's go get it.
See what they have going. Oh! I don't think we've seen a blocked punt. One of the games, as we look at Sourburn, his punt stats. One of the games always looked like it was going to be so close to a punt or block, and like it just never was. That was a pretty good look at almost a punt block in the first game of this season. Tackled after a medium gain. Keep we get on the ground. Probably be wise for the Colts. They have had a good ground game. You could say the same thing about the Browns as well. The running game has been effective for both sides, and both quarterbacks are the ones making the mistakes. Pennington almost made another one. Oh my goodness. Is that Teddy Bruschi again? 54? Another shot at an interception. Instead, it's just harmlessly on the turf. 3rd down and 5. Split back formation. 2 receivers split to the top side of the screen. Pennington drops back, rolls out. He's running, finds a receiver on the run, and he is off to the races into Cleveland territory down near the 30-yard line. 6 for 10, 74 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions for Chad Pennington today. It's a nice find on the outside. As the drive continues. 2:19 to go here in the second quarter. Still looking for our first points of the game. Okay, I was going to say the camera seemed incorrect there. It's usually right on the line of scrimmage. We're going to pitch near side. Tries to shimmy and shake his way for a couple of yards. Picks up 2. And they are going to go into a hurry up here before we hit the 2-minute warning. They're only going to give him 1 yard. They'll go with the play action pass. Pennington near side, wide open, caught, and touchdown. Jimmy Smith, his second reception of the game, gives the Indianapolis Colts the lead. 6-0, extra point pending.
Way to hang 6 on him.
And Pennington missed a throw earlier to a wide open receiver in this game. So Cleveland really a little more on the lucky side that they are only down by just a touchdown. As we take a look at the drive summary. Game, I should point out, is on the hardest difficulty. I forget exactly what that is in this game. All the games have funky ways to phrase it. The kick is away. It'll be returned from about the 7 or 8 yard line. Here's the run back. Finds a little bit of a hole there. Gets it out close to the 30, probably the 28 yard line or so. And that brings us to the 2-minute warning at 1:58. Cleveland down 7. See if Palmer can lead this team down the field. Did a good job the first time before the interception. And plenty of time to work with there. That'll be a gain of 8. Actually kind of like that throw. I know the clock is running. I apologize. I believe they took a timeout. I didn't see anything on the screen there. I might have missed it. Near side, Williams with the catch out at the 44-yard line. That time they will go into a no huddle. Okay. They'll go under center, drops back to pass, looks, fires, near side, caught, runs out of bounds at the 41. It'll be a fresh set of downs for the Cleveland Browns. Are they going to call that a catch? I guess would be the question. I would assume so, thanks to the replay. Well, yes, it'll be a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Palmer under center, drops back, fires near side. I'll have to get a read on it after. I believe they'll call that a catch. Crowd's cheering like it is. It was tough to tell, but Ward comes up with the grab, and with 1:28, the Browns are in business. Doing a really nice job working the sidelines, only using the one timeout on the pass play over the middle of the field. Otherwise, good use of a hurry-up offense. That's a poor throw, but a nice job getting to the ball. What was that noise? Get after it. The clock is still running here. Down to 60 seconds. Palmer drops and fires. Wide open is the receiver. Should have a forward progress for the 1st down. It is indeed a 1st down at the 15. Palmer drops, fires, has a man tripped up at the 2. It's 1st and goal for Cleveland. Timeout taken. Okay, I definitely missed the first timeout as it's fairly large and like right there. It's also orange and yellow, which would grab your attention. And me just going, I don't know. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I got it. Not really sure. First and goal from the 2-yard line. 40 seconds to go. Cleveland should have one timeout remaining. We'll go from the shotgun. Bring a little pressure off the edge. They're going near side. Caught. But he'll be short. He'll be at the 1-yard line down there. The throw was a little short. He had to come back to the ball as Cleveland uses their final timeout. And I did not miss it that time. It didn't show it that time around. 2nd and goal. Palmer drops back. Misses the opportunity there. Good job by Indianapolis to call and dial up some pressure there. Get to him in the backfield and make sure that he has to rush that throw. 3rd down and goal.
What's up?
Palmer drops back from the shotgun. Fires, caught, and touchdown. Michael Lewis. One reception, 1 yard, and 1 touchdown. Cleveland marches down the field. Both offenses, again, have looked very nice. It's just the poor decisions by the quarterbacks that have cost them.
There's 6.
That is indeed 6 points. They had a touchdown on a previous play, but the throw was so short it pulled the receiver all the way out of the end zone, and he got tackled at that 1.5-yard line. So far, no sacks, no penalties. Knock on wood. Here comes the extra point. It is up, it is good, and we have a 7-7 ball game here just before halftime. Here's the kickoff. Is it going to go to... Oh, shoot, I forgot who had it. Oh, Cleveland. Oh, a nice move, but gets knocked down with a shoulder. So Jimmy Smith that had the good return first time around. So what do the Colts want to do here? Not a lot of time left in this half. Do you just take it to the break? Cleveland will get the ball first out of the halftime. You have 3 timeouts to work with, 20 seconds. They'll go under center I formation. Pennington will drop back to fire. Throws over the middle. Finds a receiver for a short gain, just 4 yards.
That was a gain of 3.
Indianapolis will take a timeout. 12 seconds remaining. So that was a long play
Timeout for the Colts.
for not a whole lot of gain. 2nd down and 7. I'll give them just 3 yards. Pennington drops. Oh, I thought the defender... Oh! Thought the defender might get into the backfield.
The pass was in.
Pennington simultaneously ran up toward the defender and like also got away from him. As we take a look at it. And not a great throw as Woodson makes the play. Eight seconds remain. Surprising that Pennington's under center all of these plays, not in the shotgun. They'll go with the run. Oh, he's going to break free. Oh my goodness, I thought they had him bottled up, but they didn't. He breaks free inside the 30, the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown, Colts! Lamar Smith with a monster run to give the Colts the lead at the buzzer of the first half. That is unreal. Take a look at the replay. There are 3 Cleveland Browns, 2 to 3 Cleveland Browns that have him bottled up. I don't know how he got out of that. And from there, he was off to the races. A short pass and incompletion, and then a huge run. Now all of a sudden that... I mean, that one play, you go from Cleveland looking to just get a stop. Let that clock run out. It feels like the Colts have kind of given up. They're just going to put it on the ground. We'll go to halftime and figure it out. Cleveland maybe taking possession looking for the lead, but instead, now they're going to have to try and tie. It's 14-7 at the break. Even time of possession, the yards greatly favor Indianapolis, largely on that last run. This kick is looking kind of weird. Okay. Sky high. He'll return it from the 10. Some pretty good blocking up front. Didn't really know where to go. 59 drags him down at the 35-yard line. Seems like they've been able to get a pretty good wall set up, and if you go toward the same side that you receive it on, go toward that sideline. Looks like you might have some room. That's what a really nice kick return we saw at the beginning of the game. That's what we saw from that. Play action pass over the middle. Probably should have been an interception right there. That was a very poor throw from Carson Palmer. A lot of Colts in the area. 2nd down and 10. Palmer drops back. 51 almost gets there. It's picked. He threw it into 2 defenders again. Breaks a tackle. He's inside the 20, down to the 15, the 10, 5. Interception, touchdown. R.W. McQuarters. A 46-yard return, and the Colts push the lead out to 20-7. Extra point pending. It's just an awful decision. 51's going to get close, but not quite. And just McQuarters out of nowhere, it felt like. That left side of the screen comes in, snags the grab, and into the end zone for 6. I don't know why they're doing that on an extra point, but the extra point is up. It is good. And it is 21-7. 4:39 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So the Browns have Ricky Williams. I would like to see them maybe try to stick with that running game. Finds a little bit of a gap, but 23 did a good job, got around, and then used his speed to catch up from behind as we take a look at the replay here. Stevens does a nice job. Looked like it was going to be a pretty big gap for number 19 to work with, but that was not the case. 1st and 10, Palmer leads the Browns offense back out onto the field. Williams in the backfield. Going with some motion. We're going to stick with the passing game. Throws an inaccurate pass. It's fumbled. It is picked up. The Browns have the ball, and he's tackled at the 46, excuse me. Oh my goodness. A near disaster as Smith coughs up the football. Somehow Williams comes away with it. Taken down by the shoulder pads. Troy McClure out there. So 1st and 10 after a wacky play for Cleveland. Palmer steps back and fires. Finds a receiver across the 50 into Indianapolis territory at the 47-yard line. 2nd down and 4. There looks to be some sort of target on the field, so we have kind of an idea of where they're trying to throw the ball, who they're trying to get it to. In the I formation, it's a handoff to the fullback. He'll pick up a good chunk. Down to the 40-yard line and a fresh set of downs. Big drive for Cleveland. They got to come away with something here. A very big swing of events between that run and the interception return for the touchdown as that is thrown and picked again. Oh my goodness, this Indianapolis Colts defense can't stop throwing or can't stop picking off Carson Palmer. Palmer is repeatedly throwing it into double coverage, as we'll see here on the replay. It's just there's nowhere to go with that ball. That is not where you want to be throwing it. And as soon as I said, hey, they have to come away with points, it's an interception. And the defending Super Bowl champions not looking great. The Colts, though, defensively, I think this will be an interesting thing to take a look at as we work our way through the season. Can this defense hold to this high of a level? You're not looking for 4 interceptions a game, but they've only given up the 1 touchdown. Here's a run near side, finds some room. He's off to the races. He's heading up the sideline, and I believe this will be the first touchdown that we miss. No, it'll be caught from behind inside the 10. 1st and goal. Number 28 comes down with the tackle. And it's 1st and goal right around this 7-yard line or so. 2:53 to go here in the 3rd quarter. That's actually at the 9, I apologize. See if Cleveland's defense can do anything here. He's looking to float one out towards Y. Instead comes back across the middle, incomplete. Way too many defenders for my liking. You could see a little yellow thing where it looked like he was wanting to lead the receiver into the end zone, but instead threw it over the middle. Lucky that it was not a turnover. 2nd down and goal. There's a handoff. Makes the first man miss and the second. 3rd guy gets him down, but not before he picks up about 7. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 2 with 2.5 to go in quarter number 3. Hand off to the fullback. Touchdown. Gerald Sobel. 2 runs, 6 yards as the touchdown. As the fullback gets it in. Very effective on the ground. That's going to put them up 27-7. It's been 2 minutes 45 seconds of absolute hell for the Cleveland Browns. A huge run that they give up a touchdown at the buzzer at the end of the first half. An interception returned for a touchdown to start the second half, and then they give up a touchdown drive, allowing Indianapolis to score on a 3rd and goal. This is going to be a real tough hill for these Browns to climb. Here's the return. Spins away from one guy. Gets out of a second tackle. Third guy finally trips him up. I think he had the 30 there and then lost a couple, trying to make it a big return. Watch him hit 27 or 28 yard line. Does end up losing a couple of yards trying to stay on his feet. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line. Over the middle, finds a receiver who makes a man miss, but gets knocked down after a gain of 6. From under center, split back. We go with a pitch. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
What is this, amateur hour?
Pushes it back to a 3rd and 7. 90 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. Big lead for Indianapolis, 28-7. Drops back, and the first sack of the day is a big one. Indianapolis
What happened to your hot routes?
takes him down in the backfield. They've really taken over here in this second half. Third quarter, all Colts. 4th down and 13. And the punt is away. It'll be returned from the 27-yard line. 26-yard line on the back foot. He's going to hustle up the right sideline into Browns territory. Knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard lines. R.W. McQuarters. One return. It is... Goes for 28 yards. Seemed like maybe he picked the wrong side because Cleveland, there were a lot of Cleveland players that the Colts players could not get in front of to set up a wall and block. Maybe if he goes to that left side, there's a little bit more room to work with, but I don't think you're upset with a return like that at any point. Pennington back on the field. Hasn't had a perfect game, but he's leading his team back out with a 21-point lead. With a fullback fake. Now he's going to make some moves in the backfield, but gets sacked around the 49-yard line.
Throw it away.
He had time. Kind of got bumped by number 33 a little bit, and then ran out of time. Cleveland's defense can make a stand. Maybe they have a shot. They're going to need a very big explosive play, whether it's a punt return, quick drive, or a turnover. 2nd and 16, they'll go with a fullback run. Makes the first man miss, and the second guy can't get him down. Third man is there. Picks up the tackle around the 46-yard line, and that will do it for quarter number 3.
That's the end of the third quarter.
Indianapolis scores twice to stretch the lead to 28-7. Third and 13 for the Colts. Pennington drops back, fires deep, and it is deflected by Cleveland there. Way to get a hand in there, number 20. And hey, at least give your offense a chance. Looking for the coffin corner. And we'll see what Cleveland wants to do here. He'll run away from it. Checks up at the 1, and oh my goodness. First punt goes 44 yards, and it is a beauty. It is on the 1 yard line. I thought it was a smart move by the Browns returner to get out of the way. You hope that it just skips into the end zone, puts you at the 20, but a better punt. You'll see a run right up the middle, out toward the 5. Maybe they got the 6. Either way, a little extra breathing room here for Cleveland. Palmer hit from behind and taken down, nearly a safety, but the ball is out of the end zone, so all the progress from the previous run erased with a sack. 51 came off the edge completely unblocked. Lucky that he didn't level Palmer any harder than he did. Handoff. There's a huge hole for Ricky Williams. He's off and running past the 20 up to the 21 yard line. They had a nice run. They got them a little bit of breathing room, and then he lost all of it to the fact they were closer to the goal line than where they started. They started on like the 1. Cleveland working with a little bit of pace here. Palmer from the shotgun fires near side, intercepted. It is intercepted yet again. Second interception of the day for Derek Smith. Palmer just rushed it. Smith was right there with the receiver, and that'll be a huge pick. That was awful. .340 to go here in the 4th. If you're Indianapolis, I think you want to just shift this into clock melt mode. It's been all you in the second half, plus a little extra. Only had 20 seconds or so. Missed the receiver on that one.
The pass was incomplete. Smith was the intended receiver.
See what kind of clock management they're working with here. Incomplete pass stops the clock. Fires it again. It's intercepted. That's a little ridiculous out of Indianapolis to be throwing the ball in this situation. Andre Woolfolk comes up with the pick. It's a 1st and 10.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
From the 15-yard line, Palmer drops back, fires. Brings his receiver way back toward the line of, or the first down marker, excuse me, and Ward does make the catch. Fresh set of downs. Palmer again going quickly, fires, and that is caught. That one was kind of perfectly in between a running back that was running up the field and the receiver that was coming back to the ball. It'll be 2nd down in inches. They'll go with a run play near side. It's hit but falls forward, picks up 2. Fresh set of downs for Cleveland.
That was a gain of 1 yard.
And we'll go with yet another run. It'll come near side. Williams slicing and dicing his way through the defense. It'll be a little bit short of a fresh set of downs. Cleveland still working with the running game, apparently. There we go with the play action pass. Throws it, finds a receiver. He's wide open. Caught, and it is a touchdown. Cleveland, Steve Smith.
That kind of play sure makes this game look easy.
Man, if they find that just one drive sooner, I think we have a way more interesting game. Instead, they need an onside kick or a quick. Well, they can kick it deep here. Quick 3 and out, maybe some timeouts. Give yourself as much time as possible. You need an onside kick at some point. The extra point is up. It is good. It is 28-14. 2:33 remaining here in the fourth quarter. I like the decision. Kick it deep, plenty of time to work with. Quick 3 and out or a turnover makes things real interesting as they can't even get the block to be held long enough. He barely got back to the 20. We've been seeing punt or kick returns returned very well in this game so far. First and 10 from the 19, exactly 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Halfway through quarter number 4. From under center, Pennington snaps, hands the ball off. And that will
He picked up 4 yards.
be a gain of 4.
Timeout.
Cleveland takes a timeout, I think smartly. Use the 2-minute warning to your advantage, be it on offense or on defense. Pennington with a handoff, taken down deep in the backfield, back to the 20-yard line. Cleveland does not work with a timeout on that one, which is a little surprising.
You're gonna find out the meat.
Indianapolis does not need to snap this ball before the 2-minute warning. And they will. Okay, so they're going to give Cleveland a free timeout as that is going to be nearly a sack, but Pennington escapes. Oh my goodness. It's a rush of 14.
Great run. Way to get after it.
Oh, they had him in the backfield. Nice job by Edwards, but just couldn't get him down. It's a better job by Chad Pennington to get out of that and work it up the field. Fresh set of downs, that should just about ice this game. It was an interesting decision that Cleveland chose not to take the timeout. And maybe an even weirder decision that the Indianapolis Colts were like, yeah, we're going to go ahead and throw the ball. First and 10. Actually, the fact that they snapped it before the 2-minute warning is wild. Blown backwards at the 38.
Timeout.
Second and 7, looking for some motion near side. Pennington hands off.
Smith on the carry.
They're not taking a ton of time off the clock before they snap it. Third down and 5. Pitch to the outside is blown up in the backfield. Big loss. Loss of 6 on that one. It's 4th and 10. Cleveland out of timeouts. The clock is stopped at 1. Oh, excuse me. It is running down to 1:21. Might be hanging out here for about 23 seconds. Please, please run the clock. Here is the punt finally. The kick is away. Inside the 15-yard line, it is caught and returned. Just going to push it up the right sideline.
was returned by Buchanan. The return comes 17 yards.
End over end kick. Palmer leads the Browns back out onto the field. 44 seconds remaining here in quarter number 4 from their own 32. Leads the receiver. Nice find. Palmer's had some accuracy issues, and I'm not just talking about the interceptions. Obviously, those are a problem throughout this game. But he's also brought a lot of the receivers back towards him. He needs more of those throws right there. It's out in front of the offense. It's out in front of the receiver. It's away from the defender. Nice easy catch and able to keep him in stride going towards the sideline. And they will spike it. 19 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the 46. Indianapolis took a really good third quarter and kind of cruised to victory after that. Otherwise, after a scoreless first quarter, it was a pretty even second quarter, just a back-breaking run for the Colts. Nice spin move by Williams to get out of a couple of tackles. Up past the 45, down to the 43 of Indianapolis. A little delayed release there. I got away from the first guy and then spun away from the second guy. And that will do it. Our final here, 28-14. The Colts defeat the Browns. Stay tuned here on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex and youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2 for more coverage of NFL Fever 2004. And congratulations to R.W. McQuarters, your Wilson game ball player of the game. Interception with a couple of tackles and took that pick all the way back to the house. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, as we enjoy the Upper Deck highlight reel. Interception fest in this one early. And just the whole thing. And here's the McQuarters run back. As Pennington found Smith for an easy 6. And this would be the back-breaking play right before the break. Gets out of a little swarm of tacklers and takes it all the way to the house. You couple that with the fact that that was at the buzzer of the first half, and then that, the interception was returned for a touchdown in a pretty short amount of game time, and that is, that's the big swing. Oh, player's performance report. Interesting. All right. Well, there you have it. Game number 1 is in the books. 28-14. Colts over the Browns. Thanks for watching. That's a bit of a rough outro. That's okay. I'm sure I can fix it in the edit. I'm going to pause, and we'll be back in just a moment. And we're back. Then let's go ahead and save. Let's figure out if there's anything. Maybe we'll go some NFC, maybe. Save Dynasty. Oops. Weird that it starts on yes. Okay, schedule and start game. Let's go Saints Seahawks. Hello everyone and welcome back to continuing coverage of opening week here in Random Roster Season 7. NFL Fever 2004, it's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the New Orleans Saints from Seahawks Stadium, home of the Seahawks. I forgot that it was Seahawks Stadium for a little bit before it was Westfield. Now it's Lumen Field, one of the early variants of the Seahawks' newer home designs. If we take a look at Julius Peppers for New Orleans, player that we're highlighting here. And we have Kerry Collins quarterbacking this Seahawks team. See what he can do for this offense. It's our second game of our opening week coverage here on both youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex and youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2.
The visiting captain will
subscribe, ring the bell, give the video a thumbs up if you like it. And stick around for more as we work our way through a fantasy drafted season of NFL Fever 2004. The game is desperately trying to tell me something, but I'm trying to tell it. I'm trying to tell you to subscribe to a YouTube channel. Did YouTube exist in 2003? Seahawks will get the first crack at it. This is deep. First kick I think we've seen into the end zone. We'll bring it out from about 2 yards in. And tackled well before the 20. Knocked down at the 18-yard line. Mike Holmgren, I believe, would be the coach around this time. I think you want to just take a knee in that scenario. I would guess that was about a 20-yard run back. Negative 2 yards to the 18. Right, here we go for game number 2 of week 1. This is a special day of opening week coverage. We'll get into our regular rhythm starting Thursday, 5:15 p.m. Pacific time. As Collins drops back and fires into a bit of a mess of defenders, but somehow threads the needle and finds a receiver for a first down. That's a nice / dangerous pass play for Collins and the Seahawks offense. Thursdays at 5:15. Let's take a look at this offense. And then Sundays at 1:30 and 5:15, and Mondays at 5:15 as well. Don't forget to check out twitch.tv/SeannosaurusRex. You can watch these live starting Sunday, May 3rd around 6 p.m. Pacific time. Collins from the shotgun fires over the middle, finds a receiver, and he'll pick up 8 or 9 depending on where they spot the ball. It's a nice catch. I see this color of Seahawks uniform and the number, like I think it's 83, and I think of Deion Branch. It'll be second down and inches, split backfield for Collins. He's going to throw it short and a little off target. Saints defender gets his hand in there and knocks it away. So here is your Saints starting defense. There's a former Packer. I believe there was an actual Saint. We saw Peppers there, as he was highlighted in the pregame intro. Third down and inches. Not sure why you're not just turning around and handing it to the running back. Instead, they'll go from the shotgun. 2 receivers to the top side, 1 to the bottom side of your screen. Collins from the shotgun fires over the middle. It's a gain of about 5, and that will pick up a fresh set of downs for the Seahawks in New Orleans territory. Site of the Beastquake several years in the future. Future spoilers for that playoff game. A losing record Seattle Seahawks team defeated the defending world champion New Orleans Saints. As Collins fires that in for a nice completion at the 30. Game is a little more pass happy than I anticipated it being, just because that seems like it's, the pass happiness is far more modern. 2010 and later, this would feel like it's, I mean, Sean Alexander was the MVP in 07, 06, 07. Cover athlete.
Time to bang some heads.
Again from the shotgun. Fires that to the near side, and it is incomplete. Okay. I couldn't tell if that was an incomplete pass or if it was caught and an injury. Collins under center in the I formation. They will go with a fullback run for 2 yards. Contacted in the backfield, but does at least pick up, although we'll give him just 1 to the 28. Collins back under center on this 3rd down and 9. 2+ minutes off the clock for this drive. Single back formation. Collins steps back. Free rusher finds a receiver. After the number of interceptions we saw in the last game, I thought that was going to be a pick. 22 makes a nice tackle to make sure he doesn't get any further, but that's a bad 3rd down to give up. Good job by Collins to get the ball out of his hand. There was a defender screaming down his face. Good 3rd down conversion, excuse me. Over the middle, there's the interception. Bad throw. Chris Akins with the interception. Go, Pack, go. He loses a yard on it, and another opening drive is stalled with an interception. I'm not sure. He maybe was going for 83 there. Plexico Burris, Jamal Lewis. So the Saints, like the Browns in the previous game, will start deep in their own territory. Start on the 3. And it's a run. Slides past the first defender. And finally taken down after a big gain out to the 27-yard line. Starting defense, Ty Law, Brian Urlacher. It's 1st and 10.
You're gonna find out the meaning of pain.
Takes the snap, fires across the middle, and there's a nice reception.
Think out there! Think!
I too talk with my lips fully open. Second down and 5. So both games have had the opening possession. Oh, that's a nice defensive call there by the Seahawks. Overloaded that side. The offensive line couldn't figure out who needed to block who, and they get to into the backfield with a nice sack on Jeff Garcia, who escapes the San Francisco 49ers only to go to the Saints and play the Seattle Seahawks. 3rd down and 13. Both opening drives, though, end in interceptions. See if that trend continues as we watch more games. That is caught. Garcia finds a receiver and a defender who
Nice pass. Way to move the chains.
was able to get it past. Second time we've seen that in this game already. We've seen it once from Garcia, and we saw it also from Collins, where both throws look like they might be interceptions, but the defender had the head turned the other way. Didn't see it coming, and it's a completed pass. Nice conversion on a 3rd and very long at 3rd and 13. It's a fresh set of downs as the clock ticks under 10 seconds to go in quarter number 1. High formation could be the final play. It's going to be thrown off the back foot, tipped and deflected. Incomplete. I jinxed it as the ball was in the air. We're seeing that animation a lot as well, where the quarterback is looking one way. In this case, it's been right-handed quarterbacks looking to their left and just throwing it super oddly. And I don't think it's really worked in their favor. Antoine Randall L. With 1 second on the clock. 2nd down and 10. Garcia takes the snap, fires over the middle, finds a receiver, and he's taken down in Seahawks territory. As we hit the end of the first quarter, no score between the Saints and the Seahawks. This is NFL Fever 2004 on youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex. Or youtube.com/Seannosaurus Rex 2. Or in the future, starting on Sunday, twitch.tv/Seannosaurus Rex. Links in the description. Subscribe, like, all that stuff. Garcia snaps, takes the snap, floats it over the middle. And that's an incomplete pass. On 3rd down and inches, they're going to go 4th and inches now. And they are going to punt the ball away. This is almost a guaranteed go for it in today's game. But we're not playing today's game. We're playing 2003. Oh, boy. That is another very nice punt that we've seen. Josh Bidwell with a nice punt down to the 5-yard line. Again, looked like it was going to get blocked. Maybe it was NFL Fever 2003 that I'm thinking of. A previous Fever game. As the Seahawks will run it up the middle, or maybe off the left side. Either way, it's a 5-yard gain out to the 11. Second and 5 from the shotgun. Collins takes the snap, fires it. Hits his receiver right at the 1st down marker. They're going to mark him a chain link or 2 short. It'll be 3rd down and inches. This is an easy, hey, turn around, hand the ball off. 3rd and inches. Collins having 2 quarterbacks with number 5 playing against each other. Very confusing. But it is indeed Kerry Collins who finds a receiver, running right into his own player in the backfield. And that'll be a 1st down. There are some stats on that left side of the screen, which is at least interesting, though it is difficult to read because it disappears pretty quickly. Here's a run for Seattle. Gets bottled up, but somehow powers forward for about a yard. 3 for 7 yards rushing. The passing has looked good as well, minus the interception. 2nd down and 9 from the 30. 3:05 to go. Ooh, I thought that was going to be an interception. We're already starting to pick up on some of the things that this game might be doing all season long. That's a poor decision there from Kerry Collins. Seven for 11, 80 yards and a pick for Collins. 3rd down and 9 from the 30-yard line. Under center, takes the snap, drops back. Looking, firing between a couple of defenders. Somehow finds the completion. Oh my goodness. Collins again threading the needle. And the receiver comes up with the catch. It's a fresh set of downs for the Seahawks out. Looks like out near midfield. Maybe into Saints territory. It is indeed into Saints territory. 2:37 to go. Takes the snap, drops back, fires over the middle, finds a receiver who breaks a tackle. The other defender got tripped up on the first defender, but the Seahawks receiver does not have the speed to break away. Tripped up and tackled at the 5. 1st and goal, Seahawks. It's a really big tackle for the Saints, who came up with a pick last time they had their backs against the wall. Just give themselves an opportunity to either hold this offense to an attempt for a field goal, or
He's on the move.
See if they can create another turnover. It's a play-action pass. And an excellent defensive call there for New Orleans. The play was too long developing for the Seahawks, and the Saints had plenty of time to get into the backfield and get the sack. 2nd and goal from the 11, so a 6-yard loss as we hit the 2-minute warning.
That's the 2-minute warning.
Second and goal, takes the snap. Free defender gets through, but the pass, is complete at the 2. 3rd and goal. Saints sending a lot of pressure again. Almost got to the quarterback. I think you're just trying to affect the defense there. Or affect the throw there, excuse me. 3rd and goal, clock winding, pitch to the far side. Blocked nicely, and it's a touchdown for Travis Henry. 3 attempts, 8 yards, 2.7 yard average. And does have the all-important touchdown to put Seattle up 6-0. The extra point pending. Really nice drive, 95 yards. Overcoming a sack. Still have not seen a penalty in this game. Not that we'd necessarily need to, but just an interesting factoid. As with 1:36 in the second quarter, Seattle knocks through the extra point, or knocks the extra point through, and it is 7-0.
Time for a big play.
Kick return from the 1-yard line. Some nice blocking, but good enough coverage there. Number 91 gets the tackle and
That return covered 25 yards.
limits what could have been a big return. It was blocked really nicely by the Saints. Looks like number 58 was chasing down number 91, who ended up with the tackle. Maybe he was the one guy who didn't do his job, could have sprang him loose, but as it is, still a good run back all the way out to the 27-yard line. What do the Saints want to do here? 1:32, 3 timeouts. And it's going to be a nice deflection by number 54, who saw that and play well. Got off his feet way up in the air to deflect that ball down into the ground. It might be Brian Urlacher. Sometimes I think they change numbers, but 3 for 26, or 3 for 6. Garcia takes the snap from the shotgun, looking, fires outside. The Seahawks defense is doing a nice job getting a hand on the ball, but they're not coming up with those interceptions. It is still some good defensive play. Garcia's missed on his last couple. He is, I want to say 3 for 7 for 26 yards would be the stat line. 3 for 7, 26. 1 rush for 23. Seems like maybe that would be a route to go. See if you can pick up a big chunk and put yourself in a good position. 2 incomplete passes saves the Seahawks defense a timeout, or 2 timeouts. As Garcia drops, looks, fires, near side, caught. Bang down to the 39-yard line. It's going to be a first down and a timeout taken by New Orleans.
Pass complete to Burrow. He picked up 10 yards.
Seattle needed just one more play to get off the field, because even if it's a completion, as long as you stop him short, take the timeout, force a 4th down. Nice completion by Garcia, and he's going to go deep. It's going to be intercepted over the middle. Seattle's had their hands all over the ball, and he does a nice job to work outside of that player who fell down. Keon Kennedy with his first interception of the season. Picks off Jeff Garcia. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. Who, right as I said, hey, they've been getting their hands on the ball, but they haven't come up with the interception. Garcia with a poor throw over the middle. And the Seahawks with an interception, an opportunity to make this lead a little bit bigger before heading to half. 1:09 to go here in the second. Collins drops back and finds a receiver over the middle. Saints are having a hard time taking him down. He'll be stopped about half-yard short. And Seattle will run with a hurry-up offense on a 2nd and inches. Working with some motion. Collins drops back, fires over the middle, caught, and good for the first down. Down to the 44-yard line. Thought the game was going to break on that one. As Collins back under center, finds a receiver, short completion, but a little bit of yak. And it'll be 2nd down and inches at the 34-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining for Seattle, as they work their way deeper into Saints territory from the 34-yard line. Takes the snap from the shotgun. Fires outside. Receiver comes back, makes the catch. Depending on forward progress, I mean, he's going to have the first down, but should be close to the 30. They will mark it at the 29-yard line. Seattle takes their 2nd timeout, 1 remaining with 27 ticks of the clock left. From the shotgun yet again. Free rusher off the outside. Oh, he's got to get out of bounds. And they will take their 3rd and final timeout. It is a first down. 19 seconds. I think he had some time to work with there. It's going to get interesting here. The clock situation. With that player, I think he needed to go out of bounds early in that. He was fighting for extra yards, which I get. That's a horrible throw behind the line of scrimmage. They might call that out of bounds. They will. And they're going to go for the field goal right here. 2nd and 14. Plenty of time left. But I guess come away with something. Paul Ettinger, 1 for 1. Knocks down the 39-yard field goal. And that will make it a 10-0 game. Interesting decision there. It was a horrible throw on the play prior. That pass that actually went backwards. I think the clock probably should have stopped. I don't know when they implemented that rule or instituted it, where if you have to be making forward progress to get the clock to stop out of bounds, where if you go like flat against it or backwards, the clock continues to move. But here's a kick return for the Saints. Takes it from around the goal line out to about the 25-yard line. See what New Orleans wants to do here with just 6 seconds remaining. Split back formation, under center. They will hand the ball off. Oh, it's a big run. Oh my goodness. Okay. I was wondering if we were going to see another monstrous run. Could have saved the Saints half there, but Seattle will take a 10-0 lead into the break. Saints get the ball first. Seattle dominating time of possession and the yards. 16 for 20 passing, no touchdowns, does have the 1 interception. Both quarterbacks have thrown picks. Every quarterback so far has thrown at least 1 interception. We're only on game number 2. 2 of approximately 80 games that we will be broadcasting over the course of the season. 4 games a week, 20 weeks of content here on the channel. I think there might be 79, depending on if we watch the Pro Bowl or not. What do the Saints have in store on offense here to start the second half? Down by 10. Their defense has played pretty okay. They have the defense for the Saints has the interception as this throw is near side, comes near side, but deflected by the Seahawks, who just feel like they are all over the field in all the passing lanes. And Garcia is having a hard time finding open targets. I do think that the Saints probably should be working with more of the running game. At one point, they had like a 26-yard run, and that was their only rush. Actually, they're 2 for 40 yards. Go to the ground game. Empty backfield from the shotgun. Garcia slips out of the tackle and runs ahead for 3. They're down in 7 coming up. 55 should have had a sack, but 59 kind of bails him out by taking him down after a short game. Yeah, 2 rushes for 40 yards. I know that it's 3 for 43 now. Third down and 7. Garcia looking. Fires near side, caught, but not going to be enough for a first down. Like I was saying, I was saying toward the start of this drive, the Saints defense actually has been playing pretty well. They got a little bailed out with the poor clock management, I would say, from the Seahawks at the end there, giving up just 3 points. But they did have an interception on that opening drive of the first half. They only gave up the 1 touchdown. They've just been they've been on the field so frequently that makes it hard to come up with consistent stops when your offense isn't really doing a whole lot. Seahawks were one of the more interesting teams as we see the punt return up toward the 40. Spins around and gets knocked down at the 44. I think Seattle took a bunch of defensive players in the early rounds, and it's paying off for them so far. They've been all over the place. And while I think that is a staple of the Seahawks from 2013 forward, is a big, tough defense, starting with a Legion of Boom and going where they are now, Super Bowl champions of 2026 or whatever. The most recent season. One of the greatest defensive performances you'll ever see. Mac Jones, accidentally threw a touchdown. Mac Jones, no. Who's the quarterback for the Patriots? Run near side. Tackled right around the line to gain. Daniel Jones? No, that's not right. That was the Giants. Who in the world? Who was the New England Patriots quarterback? I'm going to kick myself when I see the answer. New England Patriots quarterback? Drake May. Drake May. Darn. I guess we were in the vicinity. Another nice throw by Garcia. Finds a receiver. Second down and 2. 2:45 to go here in the third. Fakes the handoff and throws over the middle. Nice job by the Saints defender to get up in the air and get a hand on the ball. And here it is again. You can see Collins looking very far to his left and just kind of hucking it right. Not really even seeing where that ball is going. The weird fullback fakes. Play action fakes to the fullback are kind of throwing me for a loop there. Third down and 2. Wide open receiver hit. It's called a catch and a fumble. He's rumbling to the 50. He's out of frame. Going to be tackled around the 35-yard line. Oh my goodness. I don't know that was a catch. I think that would probably get ruled an incomplete pass. Do we get a look at a replay here? We do. Garcia out. I'm going to call it a catch and a fumble. That's the play the Saints need. It's the second turnover this defense has forced. Even if the rule might have been a little bit funky. It's also weird how ugly the Seahawks logo is on the helmet. Like it just seems like extra digitized or like stretched from a bad base file. I mean, is the Saints that bad as well? In game, it doesn't look. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe it's just all the logos. Maybe taking a game that's typically in 4x3 and stretching it to 16x9 isn't helpful. So 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Garcia rolls out, fires back across his body. That's fumbled. Oh my goodness. They go back-to-back fumbles. That is the play that the Saints needed so badly on their defensive end. They could not. They had to come away with points here. That one, I think, a little bit more of a fumble than the Seahawks one. But I think it would be hard to say that he had possession and made the necessary, football move in 2 steps. But it does not matter. It is now 1st and 10 from the Seahawks, or for the Seahawks from the 26-yard line. Caught and tackled immediately. 2nd down and 4. I mean, the Saints didn't need a ton to pick up a field goal to cut it to a touchdown deficit. But again, the Seahawks defense has performed very well. Garcia's had a very hard time finding spaces for his receivers. There's another one of those weird throws off a play action pass, and he's dragged down. Caesar? Again, it just looks so weird. High steps his way out of a tackle and taken down. Big play there for Collins and this Seahawks offense, looking to try and put this game away. I feel like it's going to be very difficult for the Saints to come back. They haven't been able to string anything together all day. So then you're going to ask them to string together multiple possessions where they need to score touchdowns. Collins fires near side, right at the sticks. He'll be 6 chain links short. It's about half a yard. 2nd down and inches from the 16. That turnover was so big for New Orleans. And somehow it was an even bigger turnover on the other side. The takeaway. Fullback run works to perfection. Down to the 6-yard line, picks up the 1st down and a whole lot more. Really nice gain there. Awfully quiet crowd here in Seattle, a team that is known for their very, very loud fans. 1st and goal from the 6. Under 30 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Saints defense back against the wall yet again. They're going to go with a pitch to the near side. Saints actually stretched that one out pretty well. Andre Dyson picking up his 5th tackle of the game. They really want us to see that he has 5 tackles. That should take care of the 3rd quarter as the final seconds tick away. It is 10-0 Seattle. They're knocking on the door for more points here in NFL Fever 2004.
Seahawks 10, Saints 0.
Second and goal from the 4 to open us up here in the 4th quarter. Saints just need 2 good plays. Keep this a 2-score game. They did a really nice job running, stretching out that run play. And again, they do a nice job with it. I think the Seahawks running back cut it up the field a little bit too soon. That Saints defense was there. 3rd down and goal. From the 6. From under center, Hollins drops back, fires over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown. Marcus Pollard. Second reception of the game is his first touchdown catch of the year. And Seattle up 16-0 here at home against the Saints. There is the extra point. It is up. It is good. Seasoks 17-0. Saints needed one more stop. They needed to not fumble the ball away. More importantly, but it is what it is. From around the goal line, he's going to make a nice return. Ooh, slips a couple of tackles and gets dragged down from behind. Past the 30 out toward the 35. A very nice return there for the Saints. They need everything they can to go their way. A couple of broken tackles definitely help. Four and a half to go here in the first quarter. For some reason it was saying cover 2 or something like that, and then it was showing a kickoff formation. I thought I saw that in the previous game, but I did not register what it was. Ooh, Saints, nice job blocking that defender for the Seahawks who broke through cleanly. Otherwise it could have been a big mess of a play in the backfield. Instead, they're able to work 3 yards out of it as the Saints shift into a hurry-up mode. And that's the disparity. That defense for the Saints has been on the field for so long. 7 extra minutes. They'd have to hold on to the ball for the rest of the game, and they would still not even up the time of possession. Errant throw by Garcia is incomplete, and it is 3rd down and 7. Quickly 3rd down. See if they want to try and go for it on 4th at all. Over the pitch to the near side. That's a nice job falling forward. It's kind of spun over the top. They're going to go with a punt. Like a quick punt, too, which was weird. 4th and 2. I think in this scenario, these days, I think you'd go for it. Oh my goodness, what a nice job. I can't believe that. Like, that is on the one. I thought that was going to hit the goal line and it was going to be a touchback. Those two guys are like inside each other. But it's 1st and goal from inside, or 1st and 10, excuse me, from inside the 1, and it's going to be... Oh, I thought it was going to be a safety. How did New Orleans not come up with points there? Kind of been the Saints all day. Just some missed opportunities. Those have piled up. Henry lucky to get out of the back, or out of the end zone, excuse me. They're still at the 1. The game doesn't have the ability to go much further back. They're going to go with yet another run. It's right up the middle. And that'll give them just a little bit of breathing room. Out towards the 8. Excuse me, the 6. I don't know why I thought it was going to be the 8. Sometimes I think it's a little tricky when they have some of those rollover animations. 3rd down and 4. It's going to drop back and fire over the middle. Incomplete. Nice job. Saints defense gets a hand on it. And they still have a little bit of life here.
Block that kick.
They're going to get a nice... They should get good field position here. And the incomplete pass does stop the clock. Oh, they don't get the block. Oh my goodness. They can't get the safety. They can't get the block. They do get the spin move. The other spin move. And Berger boots it 51 yards.
Covered 8 yards.
And a couple of guys crashing down towards the the punter. Could not get a hand on it. It's 1st and 10 from the 50. After an okay return. Garcia drops back and fires over the middle. Short completion, but a nice little run after the catch. It's going to get that close to the first down marker. Doesn't really matter at this moment. 2nd and 4. They really did not give him a beneficial spot at all. There's another throw. That one's over the middle. That'll be a first down inside the 40. Saints again, hurry up. 6, 5, 4. One more play before the 2-minute warning. Garcia stands back, clean pocket, rolls near side. Stands some more, rolls near side some more. Rolls out of frame. He threw that as he got hit, so it's not going to be intentional grounding, I guess. It's kind of a disastrous play. The Seahawks did give him all the time in the world, and then still ended up managing to put some pressure on him. So with 1:53 to go, it's 2nd down and 10. Saints trail 17-0 here in Seattle. And we have our first penalty of the season. It's going to be a false start on the offense. It'll be 2nd and 15 from the 45. Garcia from the shotgun takes the snap, drops back, fires, and it's caught at the 35. Nice little gain there.
Pass complete to Anderson. He gained 10
But it is not enough. Seattle will let you dink and dunk it all over the field if you want. You can have it. You can have it short, but I'm not going to let those big plays over the top happen.
Pass complete to Lewis.
Make you use as much clock as possible. Again, another short completion. Nice little run after the catch. Might be a timeout here? No, okay, there was not. Dropping back and firing. Running back has to come back and get it. Spins in, stays in bounds. That's another poor decision there.
He gained 6 yards.
Save yourself any seconds you can. Garcia looking, fires, steps up, and misses his target. Incomplete.
The pass was incomplete.
Wanted to be in the end zone, but could not come up with a catch. .59 seconds to go here. 3rd down and 4.
Make sure you contain the QB. Stay home.
Garcia winds, fires. It's intercepted in the end zone. Garcia needed to get that up over the defender. Instead, it was a laser shot right to Ray Mickens. One interception to go along with his one tackle today. And that should do it. Not a great throw from Garcia. And 54 seconds remain. 17-0. Both the games have been close through the first quarter, but once a team has taken over, they have taken over so far. Interesting to see the Seahawks still working the ball through the air. They should just be on the ground. I don't know why. They're still going through the air.
Timeout for the Saints.
Also, New Orleans is using timeouts. There's a run. Bringing it near side. Tackle.
Edwards carried the ball
Orleans uses a timeout again. Third down and 2. Oh, he tried to dive for the first down. I kind of like that that's there. Oh, it's a timeout. He's going to be a chain link short. Wow. So they will punt it away. Okay. New Orleans doesn't go for the ball. I feel like that would have been a good opportunity to try and get there. Probably should have gone to the left and given his players an opportunity to block for him. But who am I? Just a commentator. It's a very weird decision for them to use the 3 timeouts there. Seattle almost able to get out of it with a really nice, dive for the first down marker. But New Orleans has no time to come back from multiple scores down. They haven't been able to put anything together. Our best drive ended in an interception. And their best opportunity went away with a fumble. Garcia fires deep down the near sideline. It's picked. 4 tackles and an interception for Damian Robinson. So the New Orleans Saints do all of that for this. Another interception. Seahawks should be able to just run, the one play? How much time is left? $16 seconds. So one play, QB kneel. And that will do it. Seattle, a dominant defensive effort, overcame an interception. And Kerry Collins looked good as the final seconds tick away here. Feels like it lasts 2. 17-0 your final here from Seattle. We're not done with our opening week coverage just yet. We have a couple more games for you. We'll start our regular schedule starting on Thursday here on the channel. Damian Robinson, Wilson game ball, 1 interception and 4 tackles on the day. So we take a look at the highlights. Here's Jeff Garcia, I'm assuming throwing an interception. That is indeed, I believe that's the final interception. Here's Kerry Collins, I believe, throwing another interception. Yes, indeed. I think he threw 4 of them. As we check out the upper deck highlight reel here. Oh, Kerry Collins getting in on it. 3 interceptions so far shown and a rushing touchdown. Garcia does come back, Collins comes back and hits a receiver for the touchdown. So that will do it. 17-0 your final here from Seattle. Like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right, Xbox XSN. Okay, so neither game has been super interesting. I will make sure to save. Thankfully, the saves are way shorter. I forget. I mean, some of them were just so long on the previous ones. All right, so I think we want to maybe bounce back to the AFC. We're going to go with Packers, Vikings. I had to mark down. Game 2 was Saints at Seahawks. We have Vikings, Packers. You know what? Let's go a little divisional matchups here to round things out. We'll go Patriots, Bills. We'll watch, you know what? We'll watch all 3 of my mom's favorite teams today. And coincidentally, my favorite team. And the Beebs' favorite team. Did we watch the Bengals tonight? I don't think we did. No, we didn't. Hello, everyone, and welcome on back to more coverage of NFL Fever 2004. The random roster season continues. Week 1 action from Ralph Wilson Stadium. It's the Patriots taking on the Bills.
Get the W. Start here. Set the tone right now.
A little divisional matchup for you here. The AFC East rivals meeting up. This is the year, I believe, this actually, like in real life this year, the Champ Bailey, highlighted player here for the New England defense. No stats to talk about, so we just get to sit here awkwardly. Kurt Warner, okay. 13, come on, Sean, put that together. But Kurt Warner, spot on digital face there. I guess they kind of got the hair right. Oh, that's right. The Patriots, I think, were one of the teams that took kind of a weird guy in the third round, I want to say. Like, really early that was like cornerback number 25 or whatever. It was very odd.
It is tails.
They showed someone on the sideline, and that reminded me of that.
The visiting team won the toss and next to receive.
Let's see, 2004. So the Patriots, I believe, would go on to win the Super Bowl this year.
Go hit somebody.
And I believe this year in real life, the Bills are playing in their new stadium. They closed down this one after years and years. The kick is away, and we are ready to roll here. Third game of action for week number 1 is a divisional matchup between the Bills and the Patriots. Thank you for joining me today. Don't forget, we start that regular schedule on Thursday. We get games Thursday, Sunday, Monday. Here on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2. Check out twitch.tv/SeannosaurusRex for more, or for live coverage of this. As it is 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Fires it in between a couple of defenders. And that is a completed pass out to the 38. So a nice completion there for number 8. Who is number 8? Matt Hasselbeck, okay. Marvin Harrison out there. Stephen Hutchinson, I believe a Seahawk in that photo. So 1 for 1 for 13 yards. Good start for Hasselbeck, who would go on to start a Super Bowl for the Seattle Seahawks. That's a pitch to the far side. Buffalo does a nice job stretching that out and stopping it for a loss. I don't think that's actually... There's no way they actually got Bill Belichick for this game. Because he's like notoriously not in any of these games. Not that it really matters. I mean, he's definitely not in the current games because he's not in the union or whatever. The coaches thing. I mean, he doesn't coach NFL anymore. 2nd down and 12 following the 2-yard loss. Hasselbeck drops back, fires kind of over the middle. It's near that left hash, and thought it might get picked off, but a nice tackle to stop him right in his tracks. And that'll make it a 3rd down and 2. Hasselbeck under center, drops back, and fires. It is tipped and incomplete. And this is the first offensive drive we have seen that has not ended in an interception. Instead, it will just end in a punt. Punt is away. We've seen some really nice punts. Man, I kind of jinxed that one a little bit, as that one will get into the end zone.
There is no return on the punt.
And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Gonna drop back. Fires over the middle and kind of a mess there. A little surprised. Again, I mentioned it in a previous game, but I am surprised at how pass happy this game is. Kurt Warner, Peerless Price, Richie. You're doing what now? That is a diving attempt at an interception, but just an incomplete pass.
Was the intended receiver.
And it is quickly 3rd and 10, so might have a bit of a defensive slugfest here. Warner steps back and missed. That's a misfire. That probably should have been a pick. Does a good job to just get a hand on it. The receiver and Warner just not on the same page at all. So take a quick look at this New England Patriots starting defense. It'll be 4th and 10 and another punt coming up. It must have been a previous NFL fever where it just always looked like we were going to see a blocked punt and never did.
That punt was returned.
Scott Player with a nice punt. I believe was Champ Bailey number 24 when they were highlighting him. As the thunder cracks loudly here in Buffalo. Hasselback under center, fires over the middle. Into a bit of a mess there. Got kind of hung up off of a defender's arm. Falls harmlessly to the wet turf, but not what you really want to see from your starting quarterback. I think if you're the coaching staff, maybe you want to go for the run game. 2 for 4, 22 yards through the air. Running backs flank the quarterback, who just takes the snap from the shotgun. Over the middle, finds a completion for approximately 7 yards. And that is what they'll give him. 3rd and 3 from the 46-yard line. They'll work with a little bit of motion under center. Takes the snap, goes with a run. That's going to be short of the line to gain. Nice job coming up, making a sure-handed tackle. You can give up a little bit of room, yard or two, but cannot let him get to the first down marker. 4th and 2. It will be our 3rd punt. We are going punt, punt, punt. And he will run away from that one as it skips into the end zone, actually out of the back of the end zone. 1st and 10 from the 20 again for Buffalo. So I guess the good news for New England, they're at least kind of winning the field position game. As Warner fires and finds a receiver. I believe it's going to be incomplete. Weird that was an incomplete pass, but a couple of the fumbles that we saw in that Seahawks-Saints game were, well, fumbles. Second down and 10. Warner drops back, fires, and finds a short completion out to the 25-yard line. Pick up a 5, sets up 3rd and medium. They'll actually just give him... No, whatever, doesn't matter. They put the ball at the 25, but it's still a 3rd and 6 for some reason. The math doesn't math. 10 minus 5 is 5. Gets to the... Ooh, he had the ball in his right hand, and it's going to be just short. Oh, my goodness.
He picked up 5 yards.
You could see as he was getting tackled, his body was parallel with the line to gain. And as he was going down to the ground, you could see that ball in the right hand, and that's going to be short of the first down. Should have been an easy first down. But the game of inches rears its ugly head, and it's a punt. As Champ Bailey is taken down, as second return of the day. It was indeed Champ Bailey that they highlighted. I couldn't remember. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 46. New England with the advantage in the field position game. Great starting field position right near midfield. Under center, pitch to the near side, blocked well. And slips out of the first tackle. Second guy is there to make the stop. It is a fresh set of downs for New England in Buffalo territory. Numbers on the shoulders look a little weird for the Patriots. Like the numbers are too close to the striping on the top. I think they need to be pushed away just a little bit. Unless I guess that was a style. Looks like it specifically overlaps. God, it's an ugly shoulder. Patriots send a receiver in motion. They're going to go with a fullback run. He spins away from the first defender and gets obliterated by the third as the second defender held him up to get a loss of 2. Under 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. No score. All 3 games so far would end with a 0-0 score should this continue. Here we'll go with another fullback run. A shocking amount of fullback runs and passing. Final 5 seconds here. It's 3rd down and 11. And the Patriots don't get the snap off. I think you actually want that. No score. It's a 3rd and long. Take it to the sidelines, talk it over, see if you can come up with something. Some stifling defenses so far in this one. 0-0 through 1. That Bills offense has not been on the field much. They really should have had that first down on their previous drive, but again, it's that game of inches. From the shotgun, Hasselbeck takes it and fires. It is in and out of the hands. Lost it. It looked like on the contact as he was getting tackled. 4th and 11 following the incomplete pass. And another punt upcoming for these teams. Going to try and get that coffin corner. And he should. I mean, that should be... Is that the 1? Okay. I was going to say it should be inside the 5, but... First and 10. New England trying to chase down from behind. Successfully gets there, but not before a pickup of... Well, they'll give him 1. 1 on the down and distance, 2 on the yard markers on the field. Second down and 9. Oh, there he goes. He's off past the 10. A man chasing him breaks the tackle up past the 25 to the 35 before ripped out of bounds. That's the big play. I like what Buffalo's doing here. They have switched to running the ball, and it has been effective for them. It's a couple really nice plays, or a nice tackle breaks there before getting pulled down. Yeah, dangerously close to a horse collar, but it's 2003. What did we know? First down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Pitch to the outside, read well by that Patriots defense, and it'll be a big loss of 4, maybe 5. for second down. Second and 15. They will indeed give him the 5-yard loss. Taking the snap. Steps up in the pocket, wiggle it around, and gets taken down even further behind the line of scrimmage. That's a loss of 7. It's going to be 3rd and 22. This Buffalo Bills offense, he wanted to escape to his right. Nothing there. Tried to break back to the middle, and then it was just kind of chaos back there. They're actually going to give him 3rd and 23. Third down and 23. What does Warner have drawn up for this one? A short pass that doesn't even get to the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 5. That'll be a 4th down upcoming. Another nice stop defensively for the Patriots. And we will see a punt. Fourth and 17. My goodness. That one didn't look like it was going to be much of a... We'll see a fair catch. That one didn't look like it was going to be a block. 3 for 6, 29 yards. 5 rushes for 10 yards. Buffalo at least pushes the Patriots offense back a little bit. Patriots were beneficiaries of some good field position. Another fullback run. That's going to get out close to the 30. As they will work with a little bit of hustle. 2nd down and 4. 2.5 to go here in the second. They'll go right back to the ground. He's off and running to the 40 before he's dragged down.
Davis carried the ball for a first down.
2:19 to go. And this is what this Patriots offense needs. Just keep running the ball, run it with a hustle. Nice job breaking that back inside, finding a little bit of a gap, a little seam there.
Picked up 4 yards.
Start going north and south and picking up some yards. 2:02, 2:01, and they're going to get the ball off. They're going to get the snap off, I should say, before the 2-minute warning.
Pass complete to the
And as soon as I complimented Buffalo on finally shoving the Patriots offense back and giving them some not so great field position, the Patriots rip off what's been their best drive of the day so far. Some nice runs and then a nice find to Davis there right before the 2-minute warning. First and 10. From the 43, Hasselbeck drops back. All kinds of time in the pocket and still chose to throw in between 3 defenders.
pass was incomplete. The intended receiver.
Not a great plan of action at all. Incomplete pass does stop the clock. So I guess that's the positive. Second and 10. Hasselbeck drops back. Defender in the backfield can't get to him. Stiff arms a second guy, and the third finally takes him down. Anybody want to take a timeout here? Buffalo, maybe? I think I'd like that decision out of you. I don't really know what you'll do. Though the punter hasn't... He has kicked it into the end zone a couple of times, so you like the chances that you'd be able to start at the 20. Nobody takes a timeout. 90 seconds to go here. First half, scoreless. Fires deep down the field, makes the reception, and he's tackled at the 17-yard line. Now it's got to be a timeout. I think if you're the Patriots, you want to take a timeout. See if you can settle things down. Of course, they were actually at their best when they weren't slowing things down, and they were just getting in and out of the huddle. Clock continues to move. 60 seconds now. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Hasselbeck fires. That one's behind the line of scrimmage. He somehow slips a tackle.
Pass complete to Davis. He picked up 1 yard.
Kind of shocking how bad those Gatorade canisters look behind. We did not get a replay on that, where I thought we would. But it appears he did go out of bounds. 53 seconds now. 2nd down and 9. That's impressive because it was a pass, a lateral behind the line of scrimmage. He lost about 4 yards through the air. This is going low to the corner, or to the near side, excuse me.
That was an incomplete pass.
That is an incomplete pass as we take a look at the replay. That didn't really even get to a Patriots receiver. There were no Patriots receivers in the frame. Third down and 9. 49 seconds to go. Hasselbeck drops back. Fires near side. Caught and taken down right around the 5. Timeout. There is indeed a timeout. So nice conversion on a 3rd down there. I had to do the math in my head there a little bit. I was like, okay, it was 1st down, gain of 1 on that bad play. 2nd down, incomplete. Okay. 1st and goal from the 5. 40 seconds to go. 2 timeouts. 2 receivers split top side of your screen. Hasselbeck drops back, rolls to his right, fires. He's wide open, missed the throw, shoved out of bounds at the 2. If he just sets his feet, we've seen that a couple of times now. We saw it in the very first game of the season where it should have been a touchdown easily. I believe it was the Colts. But did kind of that same sort of thing. Had him wide open, and then because the throw was so bad, had to run back and get to it. 35 seconds. They're going to go with a fullback run. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Goodwin. 5 attempts, 6 yards, and touchdown. Oh, that's number 83. That's not even a fullback. Long drive, some running, and a little bit of passing. Overcame a sack to put some points on the board. Point after. He is up, and it is good. 7-0 New England here in Buffalo.
Let's set the tone here.
And of course, that's the drive where they have maybe their worst starting field position of the day. Patriots had been winning the field position battle all afternoon. Oh, nice job blocking. Needed to get just a little bit more of them. Could have sprung them for a big return. Instead, it's not a bad return out toward the 20, or up past the 25. But we'll take a look and see on this replay. Just needed to get a little bit more. There was maybe a gap that he could have hit if he was quick enough. From the 27-yard line, 29 seconds. Warner drops back, rolls near side, somehow evades all of the defenders, but throws an interception. Darren Gordon comes up with the pick. It's a Maybe the sack would have been beneficial to the Bills there. That is a horrible turn of events. You'll see him, he runs right into that blocker. And then just a terrible throw. Not sure where he wanted to go with that one. It's awful. "23 seconds to go here in the second quarter. How aggressive does New England want to be?" From the 47. Hasselbeck drops back, fires toward the outside. That's caught. Timeout. No, they're going to keep it rolling. Going to go with a fullback run, blown up in the backfield. I think at that point you would take it to half. Okay, 3rd and 7. Weird final little drive there for the Patriots, but they do a good job to pick off Kurt Warner and the Buffalo Bills after taking the lead. It's 7-0 as we head to the half. Patriots on top. This will be taken from a yard deep as we are underway here in half number 2, quarter number 3. That's what I was going to try and say there. You guys maybe going to say quarter number 2, but that's not correct. Really nice return there from Buffalo. They're only down 7. But we have not seen a team come back yet. Saints were down 10-0 with maybe a bit of a chance. The Colts were up, or the Browns were down 7 going into the half after the miracle run play. And they didn't really put up much of a fight, but we'll see if Buffalo can do anything. Pitch to the near side, goes for 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 7. When you go back to that first down that they should have had, but the ball was in the right hand rather than the left hand as he got tackled to the ground. Makes it a 1st and 10 rather than a punt. Warner rolling again. That's how he threw an interception the first time, but that time comes up with a completed pass. He is just 3 for 8. Kurt Warner apparently very confused on how to throw outside. That's a dome quarterback joke for you folks out there. That's a big completion. It's a 1st and 10 inside the 30. And he throws it near side. Can't slip past that first defender. Good tackle on the defensive side for New England. Holds them to no gain. 2nd and 10. Nice shot there. Thank you, NFL Fever 2004. From the shotgun again, Kurt Warner steps, fires, and misses his target. Had who he wanted wide open and probably gets a 1st down there. But instead sails it. It's an incomplete pass. And I'll be honest, I don't really remember these Patriot jerseys. I wonder if these were kind of a one-and-done design style. The Bills jerseys look a little more familiar. This would be the 2nd 2004 game that we've used. There's a nice completion, a catch, and he's tackled down to the 9.5-yard line. That should be a 1st and goal for the Bills. Big 3rd down conversion, especially after the missed pass on the previous play. A little bit of a wobbler. 51 all over it. They keep showing the players like running as the thunder cracks in the background. I'm like, oh no, we have a weather delay. We'll have to sit here for 3 hours. I'll have to record. I'll have to wedge other content of mine into a weather delay. Currently experiencing weather delay. Enjoy this classic game. 4 receiver set for the Bills as he takes the snap from the shotgun. Touchdown Bills! Peerless Price gets his first reception of the season, and it's a touchdown, 9-yard strike. And if we go back and look at this replay, if they show us, keep an eye on the running back who stayed in. It's on the left side there. Number 47, I believe, gets a key block that keeps that play alive. Otherwise, Kurt Warner more than likely gets eaten. I mean, obviously he still has an opportunity to get out of the tackle, but I mean, if you get Kurt Warner on the run, I think you like that for the Patriots. That's how he threw that interception, was him on the run. But a nice drive out of the half for the Bills, who drive it down the field and score a touchdown. 7-7 with 2:49 to go in quarter number 3. Not sure where to go. It's actually blocked pretty nicely, but just an indecisive run back there. Limits the return yardage. And he'll be tackled short of the 25-yard line. First and 10, they will call it at the 23. Hasselbeck under center. And he'll drop back. Looks, fires, and it is caught. First and 10 coming up from the 36-yard line. Nice find. Had him one-on-one. A little bit of leverage and a nice throw. Hasselbeck does a good job staying in the pocket. Warner seems to have a little bit more of the happy feet going on, trying to get out of there.
I'm coming after.
First and 10. Handoff is met immediately, but still strong enough to pick up a yard.
He gained 1 yard.
Second down and 9. Could be a big sign for this Bills defense if they can get off the field. I know it's only second down as Hasselbeck takes the snap from the shotgun. Fires to an open man who, maybe a little bit more of an accurate pass, catches him with a little momentum to keep running. But it is 3rd and 2. I was going to say, if they can get off the field here, that offense is clicking a little bit better. See what they can do with another possession here in the second half. Hasselbeck hands it off. And, ooh, he is going to be short as well. Right about the same length that we saw earlier where it should have been, or yeah, it should have been a first down for the Bills, but instead was a 4th down. This one's close, but he's not going parallel to the down marker with the wrong hand. It's just a real game of inches play. Oh my goodness. Buffalo absolutely touched that. That was very nearly off a Buffalo Bill and a Patriot recovery inside like the 5 to 10 yard line. Oh my goodness. So the Patriots, again, winning the field position battle. Almost winning a turnover there. What a bizarre play. Everyone needed to get the heck out of there. A good heads-up play by the Bills, who start 1st and 10 from the 8. Again, the throw's a little weird. That's going to actually lose yardage, more than likely. I don't think they're going to give him, it's 2nd and 14. They're not going to give him forward progress. It's a loss of 4 as he slipped out of that tackle with that little leg animation and kicked his way out of bounds at the 5. So Warner drops back, rolls, fires a funky pass short. Would have been right to that original stick. Instead, it's incomplete, and it's 3rd down. 14 to go from the 5. Warner drops back from his own end zone. Stands, fires, and delivers an incomplete pass. I thought he had it.
Incomplete pass.
It was a little bit of a mess, but if we can get a good look at it, it looked like 84 should have probably come up with that catch. So now we have a punt from in the end zone.
Don't whip.
Where is player? He's pretty short. Oh my gosh, how was that not blocked? Oh, it's on like the highest CPU difficulty too. Oh no, Dante suffered a neck injury. Oh my god. Sounded like there was even like a special sound effect in there, like a rip. Like, they're gonna bring out the ambulance? What's going on? Wow. 33 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Take it to him early, baby. Take it to him early.
Spins out of that. And just a little short of the 1st down. But a nice gain on 1st and 10. 2nd down and inches. As the final seconds wind down here in the 3rd quarter. Hasselbeck drops back and fires incomplete behind the intended receiver. Third and inches. 8 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. I formation. Hasselbeck hands it off, spins, and picks up the 1st down and a few extra yards down toward the 40. Should do it for the 3rd quarter of action, and that is exactly what happened. 7-7 as the Buffalo Bills tie things up. 5 minutes remain in this one. That's a much longer interstitial than I was anticipating. I wasn't going to say anything more because I didn't want to like interrupt the game. And then he goes, no, you have time. Feel free to use your words. Like, I don't want to anymore. With a handoff. Runs it nicely for a solid gain inside the 35, down to the 34-yard line. It's 2nd down and 3. Offset I formation. Play action pass. They're going to go right to the guy they play action passed it to. Play action did too, I should say.
He picked up 17 yards.
Actually, I don't... no. I think they did, because that would have been... That's the same guy that had the rushing touchdown. I was like, oh, 83 wouldn't have been in the backfield. Like, yes, he would have. This is the Patriots we're talking about. They love being cutesy. 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. 4:05 to go here in the 4th. New England looking to take a lead. Split backs. We go with a handoff right up the middle off that left side. I guess it would be Off the left side, my bad.
4 yards.
Second down and 6. I like what New England's doing here. Some runs, good pass there. Keep this clock moving. You already have the advantage in time of possession. But just let it kind of wind. A second down run is a bit of a mess. See what they have here, drawn up on 3rd down and 9. Offset I formation, Hasselback clean or straight drop. And it's going to be tipped and deflected at the line.
The pass was
39 yards in 8 plays, but the drive will stall and it'll be a field goal attempt. 4th down and 9 with 3:05 left. Kick is up, kick is good. Martin Gramatica goes 31 yards to give New England a 10-7 lead. Let's see. Some runs. The one pass off that play action was pretty solid. I think you'd like to see that on that 3rd down instead of just a straight drop, because it was so effective and they were able to go to the 80 number whatever guy, fake it to him, and then throw it right to him. Bills will return it from around the goal line up to the 30 almost. That is what they are working with here. It is right around that 1 or 2 yard line. Under 3 to go, 1st and 10 from the 29. Warner looking to engineer a comeback drive in the 4th quarter. It's a 1st down.
pass completed. We gained 10 yards.
Bills working with a little bit of pace here from the I formation. They're going to go with a fullback run. He did not need to break to his right. Had plenty of room right in the direction he was going, as Buffalo continues to speed things up. 2nd and 6. Warner drops back, fires into triple coverage. Lucky that just hit the wet turf.
That was an incomplete pass.
Moving just a little bit too quickly there for Kurt Warner, it seemed. Warner drops back, rolls outside, fires, and it is a catch at the 45-yard line of the Patriots. As soon as he started rolling outside the pocket or toward that, as soon as he started moving, I was like, oh, that's not going to end well for the Buffalo Bills. One more play here before the 2-minute warning. It's a pass over the middle to the 39-yard line. And that will get us to the 2-minute warning. Right at 2 minutes, 2nd down and 6. It's a play called Power Knife in there. Single back set. We're going to go with a run play. Spins away and gets away from a first tackle, gets away from a second tackle. And knocked down after a fresh set of downs is gained at the 33-yard line. Firing over the middle, finds a completed pass. Not a bad gain at all. Buffalo continues to move with a hustle. 2nd down and 4 following the gain of 6. Warner drops back, fires back over the middle. Leaves that one a little bit short. They're going to probably mark it at that 24. That's exactly where they mark it. 2nd down in inches. Warner, all kinds of time, steps up, fires near side, and it is caught. Advanced 59 yards in 9 plays. Here's the replay. As Warner comes to our side. And he is caught inbounds. Okay, that was the question that I was going to have. Is he inbounds, out of bounds? Buffalo working with some nice pace here. Clock is still running under a minute. Down 3. The action pass. Warner rolls near side. Tackled and sacked at the 19-yard line. Really poor decision there by Warner. Again, just feels like he's a little quick to start trying to get out of the pocket. He didn't really need to do that. Clock is still moving. Second down, 17 from the 18, let's call it. Finds a short completion to the 15.
Pass complete to Sean. That was a gain of 1 yard.
Bills finally take a timeout to slow things down here before a big third down and long. 3rd and 16. From the 18, or from the 17. They bring a little pressure, fires high, and it's incomplete.
The pass was incomplete.
Pressure on Warner's backside. Might have forced that throw a little high. Uh-oh. Is he going to make it? The kick is up. It's no good. He missed it left. Oh, no. Oh, no. He shanked it with 18 seconds to go. And they burned a timeout at one point. And the Patriots are going to escape with a 3-point victory, 10-7. I thought we were going to overtime. Genuinely thought we were going to overtime. I believe we'll see another timeout here. 8 seconds to go. And that will do it. New England 10, Buffalo 7. And a good one here in the rain.
This game is over. Final score?
And that will do it. Darian Gordon, 1 interception, 3 tackles. You get your Wilson game ball. And there's still more coverage upcoming here for week number 1 of the 2003-2004 NFL season. But it's a fantasy draft inside of NFL Fever 2004 here on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex or youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2. As we take a look at the Upper Deck highlight reel, be sure to subscribe, ring the bell, you'll be notified when I post new videos, and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Kurt Warner was he had a lot of happy feet in the pocket. Every one of these highlights has been him moving with what feels like way too quickly. And the Patriots do just enough. They get the field goal in the second half. And what really felt like it should have been a tie game going into overtime ends with a Patriots 10-7 win. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you we'll see you in the next game. All right, so one more game to watch. We'll save it real quick, and then we'll jump into it's going to be Packers Vikings because I love Green Bay. Here we go. One more game, BRB. All right, we are back. One more game. We'll back out here, and we will save. I don't know why it thinks that it's 4 a.m. or 3:22 a.m. No, 4:15 a.m. Let's go Vikings, Packers, Game 4. A little more divisional action. Thanks again for watching. as we welcome you to Green Bay, Wisconsin at Lambeau Field. It's a rainy 50-degree day. It's the Vikings, it's the Packers. If you know me, if you've watched the channel at all, you know how much I love the Packers. You know I could not pass up featuring them in week number 1. Fourth and final game of the day. Or fourth and final game of the week, I should say. Is the Green Bay Packers with a kind of weirdly large G on their helmet, taking on Gary Walker and the Minnesota Vikings. A couple divisional rivalries to round things out this week for week number 1. So we take a look at Marty Booker. Packers, I will say, had a bit of a weird draft in their first couple of rounds. I think some of the teams had weirder picks than others, but Green Bay had a quarterback that they took in like the 3rd or 4th round. I was like, who? They took who now?
The visiting captain will make the call.
Well, welcome
Captain,
to
what's your
Lambeau
choice?
Field here on either youtube.com/Seannosaurus or youtube.com/Seannosaurus2. However you're watching, thank you for
He
watching.
calls heads. Heads it is.
As we'll wrap things up.
The visiting team won the toss and elects to receive.
Watching the Vikings, going to go ahead and elect to receive. And this will be booted to the 1-yard line-ish. Which looks like it's actually Randy Moss. He's one of the players that is on the same team that he would actually be on. Rich Gannon for the Raiders. One of the others. Just off the top of my head, we did take a look at all the first 10 rounds of the draft, so that was interesting. Randy Moss indeed does run it back. And we are ready to get underway here. First and 10 from the 23-yard line. We'll take it from under center and drop back. Fires over the middle. It is caught. Short gain. They'll probably give him 2 yards, but 1 down in distance, if that makes sense. That's been happening a lot. Vikings starting offense. Trent Green, Sean Alexander, Randy Moss. And that's not exactly what happened. It is definitely just a 2nd and 9, though. They have an 80 and an 84, but it's not Chris Carter and Randy Moss. Drops back and fires over the middle. Finds a wide open receiver for a first down.
He picked up 9 yards.
2 for 2 for 10 yards. I gotta remember who the quarterback is. I just saw it and it just kind of like evaporated from my mind. Because I see number 1 for the Vikings and just based on me, I'm like, oh yeah, Warren Moon. It's like, that's not Warren Moon. He's not here. He's not here, man. High formation, 2nd down and 11 following the loss on the previous play. I thought he was going to actually be able to spin out of that and get some momentum going forward and make that turn that into a big run, but instead, kind of some funky physics there, felt like. Knocked him down after just a gain of 5. 3rd down and 6. Takes a step, fires, and Green Bay probably should have had a pick right there. Nice job to get the hands on the ball and knock it down. As he steps back, it's all green. All green, no purple, yellow, white jersey. Warren Sapp on the defense for the Green Bay Packers. It'll be 4th down and 6 from the 38. And the kick is deep. He will field it from the 14-yard line. Run immediately toward the sideline, and he'll get to the 32 before he's wrestled out of bounds.
18 yards on the return.
The punt returns really do, returners really do just start angling toward the sideline immediately. And they usually pick the wrong sideline. R. Pete. Warwick done. P. Warwick. P. Warwick done. I have no idea who the quarterback they picked was. Absolutely no idea. Every single team has a user assigned to it. So I don't know why they took Pete. I think Tom Brady was still on the board. He'll drop back. Clean pocket, fires, and that is just an awful throw. I didn't get towards any receiver. The nearest guy was a Viking, and you don't ever want to see that. I don't think it had the strength to get to the next receiver. A couple of good defenders on that back end for the Minnesota Vikings. I think if you're rooting for Green Bay in this game, you want to see them run the ball. Nice job with the block. Fires over the middle and finds a completion for his first of the season. Really nice job getting to that defender. That was going to come blow up Poole. But instead, Poole able to make a completion of 7 yards and create a 2nd down and 3. Again, go to the air and finds a completion there up to the 40 of the Minnesota Vikings. Kind of snuck it there on the inside. And that's Warwick coming up with a reception. Beautiful sights of Lambeau Field. Pretty wild to think that I was there in 2019 and then kind of all hell breaks loose in 2020. 1st and 10. From the 40. Split backs. Fires and off the hands, incomplete in between a couple of defenders. I think if you're an NFL player, you need to be coming up with that catch. Second down and 10. Steps back, rolls, and fires back across his body. Clearly went to the Brett Favre school of passing. Quarterbacking. Hopefully he didn't take the course on how to become just a pretty awful person. 3rd and 4. Throws it near side. Pushes a defender away before he's, I believe, knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a 1st down. So a really nice stiff arm as we take a look at the replay. We saw that kind of get him pushed back there, and then he is indeed knocked out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 23. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter, excuse me. Packers driving against the rival Vikings. And that'll be a loss of about 1.5. They'll call it 2. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 24-yard line. The Vikings defense has a good opportunity here to bend but not break. Hold them to a field goal attempt. We've already seen one missed field goal today. As that is caught near side. Right around that 16-yard line. They'll call it the 17th. 3rd down and 5 with under a minute to go here in the first. There we go with a running play. It's a fumble, and it is recovered by Green Bay. The Packers come up with a very lucky fumble recovery there. And that's what you're talking about with bend but don't break defense. Hold them either to a field goal or, hey, maybe you get a takeaway. Second fumble that we have seen recovered by the offensive team. 4th and 2. The kick is up. The kick is good. Matt Stover makes his first field goal of the season. It's a 31-yarder, and that is a Packers score. 3-0 Green Bay. Now, person number 4 as a backup. With 11 seconds left in the first quarter. The kick is away. Right at the goal line. Even takes a step back into the end zone. Ooh, I thought he needed to break right. I don't know why he kept trying to go to his left, break right. They looked like there was a pretty good gap there. And it looked like that maybe the next closest guy that was going to get you is a linebacker. I bet you can get away from him. That return took 4 seconds, so 7 seconds remain here in quarter number 1. They'll go with a handoff, right side, blown up right around the line of scrimmage. A small loss, maybe? And that is the end of the first quarter. Packers lead 3-0 over the Minnesota Vikings. Second quarter action coming up right now. Big long drive for Green Bay. 3:03 off the clock. See what the Vikings can do here to respond. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give them a small loss. As he drops back and fires, leaves that one a little bit short. If he gets that out in front, we keep seeing the receivers look like they have a good angle and they are breaking away from the defenders, but then the quarterback leaves it so short they have to come back to get it. Prevents them from maybe getting some good yak. That is tipped and incomplete. Tried to work kind of the same concept, just a route toward the outside, a little bit of an angle. Couldn't get it away from the defender's reach, though. 4th down and 7, so a quick 3 and out. As that kick is away. Fair caught. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 25 for the Green Bay Packers, who lead by 3. 4:45 to go here in the second quarter. Pitch to the near side. Really well defended by Minnesota. They're going to maybe give him a yard there.
There was no gain on the play.
But they saw what the Packers wanted to do there. Stretch that run out. Did not give him the corner. They're finally able to take him down. 2nd down and 10. Drops back and fires. He's a receiver and makes a nice catch up near the 40-yard line. That's a fresh set of downs for Green Bay. As that middle of the field is really starting to take a beating here in the rain. Green Bay seems to have figured out how to keep the grass looking fairly good throughout the season. Look at some old photos, and it's like they have to redo the whole thing in the middle toward the end of the season. It looks very odd. Big green stripe right down the middle of like fresh grass, and then some of the old stuff on the outside. It looks odd. Learned about that when we went on the stadium tour. Second down and 9. Drops back and fires. Oh my goodness, somehow found that receiver. Defender looked like he was trying to jump the route, but missed it. And that creates a Creates a little separation on the back end, and he's able to pick up a first down. Just barely. First down and 10. Not sure who that pass was intended for. It might have been for Warwick Dunn, because he had the yellow circle under his character model. Second and 10 from the I formation. Drops back and fires off the hands and incomplete. A couple of Vikings had a shot at an interception. Nobody comes up with the ball, and it is third down and 10. 2:51 to go here, second quarter, 3-0. In a game that, again, like that Vikings-Bills game, featuring a lot of passing. When maybe you think there would be some running involved, that's a horrible throw. Number 31 with a nice job to put himself between the quarterback and the receiver, knocked the ball down. Probably should have been an easy interception, or at least kind of feels like it should have been an easy interception. Not that easy. Never mind. Had to get off his feet a little bit. It is a great defensive play, and that'll stall out the Packers' drive. They will be forced to punt. And we'll see what the Vikings can do with their next turn. Vikings returner doesn't even go for the ball. This is out of bounds.
The punt went out of bounds.
It'll be Vikings ball at the 15-yard line. So not a terrible coffin corner. Inside the 20, but it'll be a false start on the
False start
offense.
against the offense.
It was interesting seeing the letters or the icons related to the receivers pop up. Penalties pretty rare in this game. Just a few false starts. Fullback run's going to pick up about 3.
On the carry.
And it'll be second down and about 12. Clock is moving. 2:18 to go here as the snap. Oh, man. Another throw really short. Randy Moss. Also maybe a little surprising to see him not just trying to take a top off the defense. Their numbers are kind of weirdly on the stripe as well. We'll hit the 2-minute warning. It'll be a third down and 10 coming up for the Minnesota Vikings, who trail by 3. Oh, interesting. Yeah, the Vikings jersey looks weird. The Patriots one looks weird. Maybe it's just how they had to do it for the Xbox. There we go with a play-action pass. Rolls out, but runs right into a sack. Back around the 7-yard line, and that will stall the drive. Timeout by Green Bay would be smart here. Give yourself as much time as possible to try and get down the field. Trent Green. Took us a while. No timeouts used. Shane Leckler here. Would be smart to hold on to it. It looks like that's what he's going to do for the next 25 seconds-ish. I'd rather have 2 timeouts and like a minute 40. And again, they're close but no cigar. It'll be a fair catch. It's caught. I thought it got bobbled a little bit. It is fair caught. Green Bay 3 timeouts and around a minute to work with here to try and extend this lead before the break. Vikings did receive the ball first, so it'll be Green Bay with the second half kick. Oh, almost exactly a minute. 61 seconds.
You ready for some pain? Step it up, D. Step it up.
First and 10. Fires and caught into Vikings territory immediately at the 44-yard line. There was a whistle, so Green Bay might have taken a timeout. They certainly did not. There's just a lot of extra animations and like cinematics. Nice call by the defense. Minnesota seemed like they brought pressure on that previous play, but they weren't able to get to the quarterback that time. They are able to get to the quarterback. And a nice job there by the Vikings. See if that slows down what the Packers want to do. They're working with a little bit of pace. It's second down and long, second and 16. They have timeouts to work with, and they're just not using them. The throw is to the near side. Tried to thread it between 2 defenders, but a nice recovery there. Saw where the quarterback wanted to go with the football, and batted it down. Third down and 16. Clock stopped at 18 seconds. Pete drops back. Steadies, fires, finds a wide open receiver. He is inside the 30, inside the 20, inside the 15. First and goal at the 8. Rodney Pete. 124 yards on 9 of 15. There's a timeout. Does Green Bay want to take some shots at the end zone, or do they just want to kick the field goal? The running backs and fullbacks have been very viable options for these quarterbacks. And we have not seen a ton of throws down the field, which you would maybe anticipate a little bit more with these Minnesota Vikings having Randy Moss. Just like, wing it down there, see what happens. 5 seconds. I think they will take the field goal. So Stover is back on. The kick is up. The kick is good with 2 ticks remaining. It is 6-0 Packers. Vikings getting a little bit of that Saints benefit that we saw in that Saints-Seahawks game where the offense of the Seahawks kind of stalled out with some interesting clock management. I don't think Green Bay's was quite as weird, but it wasn't great. And because of the clock management and the lack of timeouts, it leads to a field goal rather than even a shot at the end zone. See what the Vikings can do here. A touchdown and an extra point would give them the lead. And this will be the final play of the first half. He'll be tackled at the 27-yard line.
That kickoff was returned by Rodgers. That return covered 25 yards.
And that will do it. The first half comes to a close. Green Bay 6, Minnesota nothing. Here at Lambeau Field. Green Bay will get the ball to start the second half. They've dominated time of possession and yardage. And an opportunity to extend this lead out a little bit further. As we are underway in half number 2. Game 4 of our Week 1 coverage. And absolutely crushed her. Just kind of knocked down there. Bam. Nice hit by number 53, and that'll make Green Bay start around the 22. And they'll call it the 21-yard line. Fine. First and 10 from the shotgun yet again. Pete takes the snap, fires over the middle. It's a completed pass, turns upfield and picks up almost double what he had before. He got through a bunch of hits, finally taken down, but it'll be a first and 10 for the Packers. We've had some thunder and lightning here in these most recent couple of games in the division matchups that we have selected this week. Six nothing Green Bay. First and 10 from the 34. Shotgun pass yet again. Fires and finds a receiver out towards midfield, just into Vikings territory. Pete playing well here in his opening game with this Green Bay team. A couple of the throws early didn't look great, but it's a nice find at number 81 there. I'll call it right at midfield. First and 10. Drops back, fires, and there's a completion. Slips past a tackler, and Green Bay looking like they're going to be in business for a field goal attempt here yet again. Down near the 30-yard line. .317 to go here in the third. Another first and 10 for the Packers. Pete drops back, fires, and it's the short little slant passes working for all the teams throughout the day today. Been very effective. Just picking up little clumsy yards here and there. And I think the computer receivers do a nice job at actually trying to get up the field when they are able to catch the pass. Pete drops back, free rush for the defender. It's intercepted. What a play. Brent Alexander with a pick to go along with the tackle. It's a terrific reaction. Turned around and made the catch. I think you can credit the defensive lineman, I'm guessing, who broke free immediately. We don't even get a replay on it. It rushed the throw. And Pete, who's had a couple of accuracy issues already in this one, pays the price with a pick after a very nice drive. As that pass misses everybody. After a very nice drive, getting the Packers into field goal range. Worst case scenario, it's a field goal that goes like, okay, now it's a 2-score game. But instead it remains 6-0 after the nice interception. Now, Green Bay's defense has been pretty stout, and Trent Green is having a really hard time figuring out how to throw his receivers passes they can catch. And it is very quickly 3rd down and 10. Vikings really need a conversion here. We saw something similar with the Saints in that Saints-Seahawks game. They got the turnover, and they weren't able to do anything with it. And it's an interception. He never got touched. Sam Rodgers with the pick, a 3-yard return. And that'll give Green Bay the ball right back, right as soon as I mentioned that Saints sequence as well. Kind of a wild jinx there. Commentator's curse, my bad. Randy Mawson on the tackle there. So the Packers right back in business Worst case scenario for the Vikings, it's a 3 and out, and you punt it back to them and just try to work the field position game. We saw that benefit New England against Buffalo. But that is just not what you want at all. So what can Pete do? He can throw it up and almost into an interception again. It's another one of these like bizarre like spin wacko throws. Wacky throws. That's what I was trying to say. See if you can settle things down here if you're the Packers. Halfway through quarter number 3, it's a 2nd down and 10. Single back set. And they will go with a pass play. Finds the receiver, or the running back, excuse me, over the middle. And that'll be caught right at the 20-yard line. I'll call it a gain of 2. 3rd down and 8. Heat drops back, looks, fires, near side, nearly intercepted again. 33 had his hands on it. Could not come up with the pick. It'll be 4th and 8 with 2:01 to go. And it will be Matt Stover back out onto the field again. 4th and 8. The kick is up. The kick is right down the middle. It's good. Here's the replay of the field goal attempt to make it 9-0. Couple incompletions and one successful pass for like 2 yards. This Vikings defense is doing a good job. They're bending, but they're not breaking. Offense did not help them by giving up an interception where it was essentially going to be a field goal automatically. Number 80 still on his feet after a nice move or two out to the 25-yard line.
That return covered 25 yards.
And with the fact that the Packers have only gotten field goals, it means that the Vikings don't have to push super hard. They need to get into some kind of rhythm, work their way down the field a little bit. They can come up with 3 and it doesn't feel like awful, you know? Green Bay scores a touchdown there. Maybe it does feel a little awful, but it's been just 3 field goals for this Packers offense. 1st and 10 from the 21 for the Vikings. They will go with a run right side of the formation. But a nice play. Gets it up to the 30. Only a gain of about 3. Running back to the quarterback's right. Green steps back, fires. Oh, it was almost. Whew. That is very nearly an interception. You cannot throw that ball. It's a nice job by the Packers defense reading and seeing what the quarterback wanted to do there. Randy Moss has not been a factor in this. I feel like we've seen him a couple of times on just absolutely wasted potential. Sean Alexander's the running back for the Vikings as well. It's a weird thing. Oh man, missed wildly.
Pass was incomplete. Moss was the intended receiver.
Randy Moss, the intended receiver. So that yellow circle under the player would be who they're attempting to hit for a pass. And Joe Jaravicius. And it is 4th and 7. This Vikings offense that just cannot get anything going. It feels like just such a waste of Randy Moss's talents. Here's the punt return. Spins out of the way. Tried to go to the right side of the screen, which was a very long way to go, where he probably should have just gone straight to the left. They really like just running like like running to their right. See what this Packers offense has with 1:09 left in the third quarter. Can the Vikings defense bend again but not break? First and 10. Snap back to the quarterback. Defender almost gets through, and it's going to be a catch by the Packers. The running backs have done a terrific job all day long, in every game that we've watched. They've done a great job going and getting those blocks to give their quarterbacks extra time in the pocket. And it feels like more often than not, the offenses are really benefiting from that with completed passes and some chunk plays. So first and 10, 29-yard line. There you go with the play action pass. Pete fires it, and a nice defensive play again by the Vikings. Get a hand on the ball, throw it into the turf. Eight seconds to go here. Second down and 10 following the incomplete pass. Pete takes the snap in the shotgun, fires in another batted ball. Number 53 getting in the action that time around. Knocking it down. As the thunder continues to rumble here in Wisconsin. Third down and 10. Under center, Pete steps back, fires, and into triple coverage. It was a laser shot. It needed to be up over the top there. We'll take a look at it. It's just, there's nowhere for that ball to go. There's nowhere for that ball to go that is not a purple gloved hand. So again, the Vikings defense does a great job. They bend, but they don't break. And it would be a thing where we're talking about the Packers offense a little too pass happy, in my opinion. Here's the kick. It is good. 12-0. Packers on top. A field goal frenzy for Green Bay. As they come up with their fourth scoring drive. Really the one successful play was that pass. Otherwise it was a bunch of incompletions and finally a field goal. And the kick is away. 17 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Moss with an opportunity to give some good field position to the Vikings, but comes up short of the 25-yard line, knocked down around the 24. Can this Vikings offense do anything? Every team that's grabbed a lead listen, there have been many times. I mean, the well, I guess the question would be is who scored first in that Browns-Colts game? I think it was the Colts. That'll do it for quarter number 3 after a 2-yard loss. It'll be a 2nd and 12 to start out quarter number 4. Speaking of 12s, it'll be Green Bay 12, Minnesota 0. We're through 3 here on youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex and youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2. Thanks for hanging out. 16 yards. 16 yards for this Minnesota Vikings offense. Field goals, it might be all Green Bay needs, which is horrible to say because the Vikings have Randy Moss. Gonna go with a running play. Spins out of it, another tackle. He'll pick up a couple.
Alexander was the runner.
And it'll be a hurry-up offense. 3rd down and 10. Back to the original line of scrimmage. And he is blasted in the backfield. Back at the 15-yard line for a huge loss. I think if you scored first, you won this week. Hopefully that's not a continued situation, because that would make it pretty boring, but I guess we'll just have to find out together, huh? So Shane Leclerc and in for yet another punt on 4th and 18. I believe at about the 4:18 mark of the 4th quarter. Packers with a decent return. They're in Vikings territory pretty immediately. I think that was bound to happen because he returned it from the 35. Okay, 15-yard, 20-yard return. .409 to go here in quarter number 4. 1st down and 10 for Pete and the Packers. With a running play, he'll start to the right side and then change his direction back towards the middle. Picks up 3 and keeps this, or starts this clock to run. I'm actually shocked at how poorly the Minnesota Vikings offense has been. That's a throw. It's intercepted. That's what the Vikings need. 1 interception for Rodney Harrison to go along with 7 tackles. It's a poor decision by the Packers there. Kind of just in general. You're up by 2 scores. Hand the ball off. Run the clock out. You don't need to test Rodney Harrison. You don't need to... You don't need to worry about pad and stats getting a bunch of points. This Vikings offense hasn't done anything. Just run the clock low. But now you're giving him a chance. 3:41, plenty of time. You are asking a lot of a Vikings team that has not done anything all day. And I mean that very sincerely. They'll go with a run to Sean Alexander. He's going to kick it to the outside. Slips a tackler, gets it past the 50, and then gets smashed down at the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings. That is easily their biggest play of the day, and it might have literally doubled their yards gained all game long. First and 10. Gonna go with another run play. I like it. Green Bay reads it pretty well, though. Loss of 3. 2nd down and 13. 2nd and 12, excuse me. They'll go with the run play yet again. Nice spin move. Falls forward. Middlebrooks picks up his 5th tackle of the day as the offensive player kind of slipped into him a little bit. Vikings pretty quickly in a weird spot. Threads the needle up the field, and they are in business inside the red zone. As Green finds Moss. That's what I've been looking for all day long. Where's Randy Moss? Why is he not more involved? Why are they not throwing it near him enough? The Vikings have some hope here. finds it's incomplete. I was going to say finds a receiver inside the 10, but the ball hits the turf and it is an incomplete pass. Oh, unless they're going to give it to him, actually. I apologize. It's going to get kind of weird, though, because they're wasting a lot of time before that 2-minute warning. I think you'd want to save that. See if they can get the snap off. 3, 2, 1, and they do. Last play before the 2-minute warning is a sack. Back to the 15-yard line. They catch the ball, and when they hit, they drop the ball so quickly that I thought it was an incomplete pass. I was wrong. So that'll be the 2-minute warning at the 1:58 mark. Ball on the 13-yard line, 2nd down and goal. Second and goal. Green drops back, fires over the middle. It's caught short of the goal line.
Pass complete to Drew. He picked up 11 yards.
It's a nice find, though. They got to work a little bit quicker here. .137 to go. 3rd down and goal. 2 downs to get into the end zone. They are going to go with a pass play. Finds a catch. Or finds a receiver. It's Jason Witten. His 4th catch of the day is the touchdown. The first touchdown of the game for either team. It is 12-6 now. I believe the Vikings with a full allotment of timeouts. So they take the turnover and turn it into points. They do indeed have all 3 timeouts, so the Vikings can kick this deep. Extra point is up. Extra point is good.
The point after is good. The score, Packers 12, Vikings 7.
Oh, they are going for the onside kick. This is a surprising decision. So 12-7. It just gives you too much field to cover. Oh, lucky for the Vikings, that incomplete pass, which the Green Bay Packers should not be running pass plays right now. That is an incompletion that saves the Vikings a timeout. That is huge. 2nd down and 10. There's a run to the outside. That's what you want. Vikings take a timeout.
Dunn was the runner.
And they do. 1:19 to go here, 4th quarter. The problem with not being able to recover the onside kick, especially when you have 3 timeouts, is the fact that they're going to be able to pin you deep. And they do a good job. They get a little lucky with the incomplete pass, but 2 well-run defensive run stops. If this is... Oh, this field's like 30 yards different. Oh, how is that not a block? How is that not a block? It's a great punt inside the 10.
The punt went out of bounds.
So they have a long way to go to score a touchdown. 93 yards. Steps back, fires, and incomplete pass.
Pass
Now
incomplete.
towards, I believe that's Witten, number 44. Now the good news for the Vikings, they have 1 timeout thanks to that incomplete pass from the Packers. Dropping back, steps, fires, that is caught. And it will be Sean Alexander out past the 20 to the 21-yard line.
13 yards.
Is it not Sean Alexander? I thought it was Sean Alexander. I could be wrong. I don't necessarily want to be wrong, but I could be wrong. Clock is moving down to 40 seconds. Those replays are really going to crush teams' dreams of making comebacks. That is a horrible play.
Green completed the pass. The play results in a short loss.
They're going to mark him for a 3-yard loss. Bounced off some tackles, just trying way too hard to make a big play happen. It's a poor decision. I think you need to just like kind of bat that down to the ground. Out toward the sideline. Looked like it was a little behind the receiver.
Rodgers was the intended receiver.
Replay will show us a little bit more, and yeah, I'd say maybe just a touch behind there. A little late on that throw. Vikings running out of chances here. Green Bay kind of all of a sudden now looking to survive a game. 3rd down and 13 from the 17. Vikings out of timeouts. 26 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter. There's the pass, and it is intercepted. That'll do it. Tried to find, I believe, Randy Moss. Lawyer Malloy, an interception return of 23 yards. And the Packers will survive this one 12-7. Is he trying to feed it to Randy Moss? He was indeed trying to get it to Moss, but Moss double covered. And that is your ball game. 15 seconds to go here. They will run the QB kneel. Packers 12, Vikings 7. Some fun divisional action for you, though. If you were the team that scored first, I believe you were 4-0 this week. Well, obviously, we'll keep an eye on how that progresses throughout the rest of the season. And it is officially final. Because this is the final game of the season, of the week, Sam Rogers, Wilson game ball. Take a look at the upper deck highlight reel. A diving interception there. This video is absolutely, I believe, going to get a copyright claim, which is not good, or a copyright, claim. I turned the music down and it still plays it during the upper deck highlight reel, so, I mean, whatever. There's a diving interception. I mean, Green Bay got a little too cute there toward the end. The incomplete pass that saved the Vikings a timeout, and the pass where they were up by 12 and needed to just run the clock out, and then all of a sudden it was an interception, is not great. Green Bay really dominated this game. There was really just one good Vikings possession. And the Packers got just enough offense to survive in this one. Because it is the final game of the week, excuse me. We're going to simulate the rest of the games. We'll get you caught up on the scores. So we'll sim this. Actually, here, let's save just in case I accidentally do something wrong. Always good to just save 14 to 15 copies of your stuff. Nope, that's not what I wanted it to do, but I kind of figured it would. Boy, the control stick in this does not work well. And I almost hit Y, so it's a good thing that I saved. Sim the week. Get you caught up on some scores, and we will get you out of here. Whew. The Bucks put up a 30 burger. But the Washington put up 33 on the Jets. 33 zip. Cardinals over the Lions 13-3. Ravens beat the Steelers 24-7. Broncos over the Bengals 30-20. Dolphins blow out the Texans 30-6. We watched the Colts all over the Browns 28-14. The Panthers beat the Jaguars 14-10. We watched the Packers beat the Vikings 12-7. Patriots over the Bills 10-7. Chargers Chiefs, a weird one, 15-9. You kind of wonder if that was all field goals. Rams blank the Giants 19-0. Cowboys blank the Falcons 12-0. 8-7 Niners over the Bears. Weird. Seahawks beat the Saints 17-0. A tie in week number 1 between the Raiders and the Titans. A tie, 7-7. Great. Thank you. And the Bucks all over the Eagles, 30-0. But hey, if you enjoyed that, thank you so much. Well, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed that, be sure to subscribe to the channels, youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex, Twitch, or youtube.com/SeannosaurusRex2. You can follow along over on twitch.tv/SeannosaurusRex. And we'll be back Thursday with more at 5:15 p.m. Pacific time. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll catch you later with more football action as Random Roster Season 7 rolls along across various channels. Thanks again for watching. Have a great rest of your day, evening, night. Goodbye.